Hello and welcome to Friday Night Football on PlayOnSports.com. It's the PlayOnSports.com pregame show live from Olympian High School's John DeVore Stadium in Chula Vista, California. I'm Valentin Escanuel alongside Bob Osuna here on your destination for high school sports, PlayOnSports.com. Tonight's matchup features the visiting Eastlake Titans against the host, the Olympian Eagles. And Bob, I got to tell you, we got a great game on our hands here tonight. Two of the top teams in the section. The Eastlake Titans come in with a record of 6-2. Olympian undefeated, a perfect 8-0 so far. What should we expect here tonight?
Well, there's a lot at stake tonight, Valentin. The winner of this game is going to basically hold the stake for the Metro Mesa League title. So this is a huge game right now. Both teams know each other very well. Both coaches from each side, Coach Gil Warren from Olympian and Coach John McFadden from Eastlake. Two very well-respected and well-rooted coaches here in the South Bay. They have both of their teams prepared for tonight. When I saw that we had this schedule and it came out this week, and I'm just saying, I was just smiling from ear to ear, Valentin. This is going to be a great game tonight.
One of the top games in the section tonight. Olympian ranked number 7th in the section. Eastlake, the number 8 ranked team in the section. So two teams, as you said, very, very well balanced. A lot of offense from both sides, a lot of defense from both sides. One of them is going to come out on top. Can Eastlake give Olympian that first wrinkle in their schedule?
Well, they do. They can. They can do that. And Eastlake right now coming in behind senior running back Aaron Baltazar. That is the key for Olympian. If you stop Baltazar right now and stop the run game and try to get them to pass the ball, that's going to be the key for Eastlake. Defensively, for Olympian defensively, it's basically a mirror image. Okay? Eastlake has to stop Olympian's running game, because they have a whole stable of running backs there. But then I think where Olympian has the edge is in the passing game with Christopher Humphrey to Sergio Bailey. That connection has been successful all year.
Well, Sergio Bailey has had 541 yards of receptions this year so far and 9 touchdowns. So he is a great target, a 6-foot, 165-pounder who can make things happen when Olympia needs it.
Oh, absolutely. And that's one of the things I like about Sergio Bailey is not just his receiving ability, but what he does too is just the little things. He blocks downfield. He'll get the cornerback and turn him in so the backs can cut around him. I mean, he is just the consummate team player, captain of the team. And I'm telling you, Valentin, this is just going to be a great game right now as Eastlake's coming out of the locker room.
A beautiful night for football here in San Diego, in the San Diego section in Chula Vista, California, here in the South Bay. And you look at these two teams, a lot of these kids have played against each other, have played with each other their entire lives. So this is a huge rivalry if you think about it, especially given that Olympian beat Eastlake at home last year. Now this year, Eastlake trying to return the favor.
Well, this is the grudge match for Eastlake right now, and they want this game bad. I mean, if you look at both sides right now, and Eastlake being a D1 school, you look at the roster right now, they must have brought 70 guys out today. So, you can talk Eastlake, you've always talked depth. With Coach McFadden's team, they have a lot of depth, but when you're coached by Gil Warren, your team is very disciplined. And look for a disciplined team. And this is our third game that we've covered for Olympian this season, Valentin. They're a very well-coached team and a very disciplined team.
Well, the topic for tonight will be, can Olympian remain undefeated, and can Eastlake beat Olympian here on their home field? It's going to be the number 8 versus the number 7 here in the section, folks. Stay tuned. That's going to do it for tonight's pregame show. We'll be back with the kickoff in just a few moments. Friday Night Football begins next on your destination for high school sports, PlayOnSports.com. Welcome back to Friday Night Football on PlayOnSports.com. Coming to you live from Chula, Vista, California. I'm Valentin Escanuel alongside Bob Osuna on your destination for high school sports, PlayOnSports.com. Tonight's matchup features the visiting Eastlake Titans as they take on the host, the Olympian Eagles. And Bob, the Olympian Eagles, 8-0 so far, a perfect record. A tough matchup tonight against the Eastlake Titans. Eastlake, it's a grudge match. They lost this game last year against Olympian at home, looking to return the favor here tonight.
Well, this is a great atmosphere here tonight, Valentin, as Eastlake comes in to Olympian Stadium right here, coming with a 6-2 record overall versus Olympian undefeated 8-0 record. Coach John McFadden and his coaching staff are just got this team fired up for this game right now. They've got about 70 guys over on their sideline. They fielded just about 70 kids tonight for this game. And Olympian, on the other hand, right here, this is our third time covering them this year, Valentin, and they never cease to impress. And they're just balanced on offense, they're hard-hitting and fast and relentless on defense. This is going to be a great game. This is going to be a hard one to call. I mean, these teams are evenly matched as we tee it up for the kickoff.
As we are moments away from kickoff, the number 7 ranked team in the section against the number 8 ranked, the Eastlake Titans. Olympian will be kicking off, going from right to left. Eastlake Titans will be going from left to right. Tavares Green and Isaiah Straighthorn back to receive for the Eastlake Titans. As this game is underway, a line drive kick will go into the end zone for a touchback, and Eastlake will start off from their own 20, 1st and 10.
Well, Eastlake comes in tonight behind quarterback Tyrone Stevens, 39 completions out of 76 attempts, 839 yards, 5 TDs, and 4 interceptions. But the star for the Eastlake offense is number 1, Aaron Baltazar, their senior running back. 109 carries, 999 yards, 9-yard average per carry.
Baltazar in the backfield. They're going to go ahead and give the handoff on the end around, and Tavares Green trying to cut the corner. Olympian there to hold. One thing about Olympian is they're not as big as Eastlake at the front line, but they are extremely fast.
Oh, they're very quick off the ball, and one thing that we noticed, Valentin, is that in the games that we've covered with Olympian, they control the line of scrimmage. So let's see how their defensive line matches up with a much larger Eastlake offensive line, and that's going to be their challenge tonight.
Aaron Baltazar, the running back for Eastlake, and their prized possession there, 6 feet, 205 pounds, and they're going to go ahead and throw to the near side on the screen pass. Pass is complete, and he'll be taken down at about the 30-yard line as Joseph Carpizo with the reception, and that's one guy to go ahead and keep their eye on because Olympian has their eye on Baltazar. Somebody else will have to step up. It might have to be Joseph Carpizo.
Well, tight end Joseph Carpizo is the Eastlake's leading receiver coming into tonight, about 26 yards per catch.
Man in motion, they're going to give it to Green on the end around, and he'll get stuck at the line of scrimmage. Maybe half a gain on that one. It'll bring a 2nd down and 10 to go.
So you can see Eastlake right now has run 3 plays from the line of scrimmage so far, Valentin, and not 1 carry to Aaron Baltazar. So right now they're kind of using him as a decoy right now at the fullback position, but look for him to get his end called here really soon here.
Man in motion, Baltazar gets it, and the ball is loose on the ground, and it looks like Olympian recovers. Great job there on the recovery as Lucky Sansano comes up with the ball.
Yeah, Aaron Baltazar right there just taking that fullback trap right at the A-gap and was kind of running high and got the ball stripped. And that's a huge turnover as Olympian takes over possession in Eastlake territory right around the Eastlake about 28-yard line.
A huge turnover here for the Eastlake Titans as they are in their own territory. Olympian will take it. Ball is spotted at the 28-yard line of Eastlake. They're going to give the handoff. Snowden trying to cut the corner and nowhere to go. Danny Gutierrez on the carry. As nowhere for him to go, and he gets stopped for a loss of 1.
Well, that was great backside pursuit by defensive lineman Elijah Campbell right there, coming off the backside, just going right down the line of scrimmage. Good, fundamentally sound play right there by the defensive end.
2nd down and 11 to go here for Olympian, as they are in Eastlake territory after that turnover. First quarter action here on PlayOnSports.com. A big game here in the South, in Chula Vista, California, as faking a handoff, play action fake, throwing downfield, down the middle, receiver into the end zone. Touchdown, Olympian!
That was the Humphrey to Humphrey brother connection right there. Christopher Humphrey going to his brother Christian Humphrey for about a 30-yard touchdown pass as Olympian strikes first here early in the first quarter.
28-yard touchdown pass there from Humphrey to Humphrey, and Olympian goes up first, 6-0, as the extra point is up, and it is going to be good. 7-0. Olympian leads here on your destination for high school sports, PlayOnSports.com.
Do you want to watch more of your school's great matchups like the game you're enjoying here tonight? Tell your school to sign up for the Play On Sports School Broadcast Program. The program allows schools to broadcast all their games and other activities on the web. For more information, go to playonsports.com/SBP.
9:49 left here in the first quarter of play, and we have the first score. Olympian scores first here on their home field, and they lead this one 7-0. A big game here. A lot of things at stake here. You're talking about possibly winning league if you win this matchup here tonight.
Oh, absolutely, Valentine. And that's one of the things that Olympian right now, capitalizing on turnovers, and that's one thing that may decide this game right here. So Eastlake's going to have a chance to come back and really start to establish some identity offensively.
Tavares Green and Isaiah Strayhorn once again back to receive for the Eastlake Titans. That's going to be a pooch kick, but it goes out of bounds, and that'll bring the flags in, and that'll give the ball at the 35-yard line to the Eastlake Titans.
So Eastlake comes out with their second possession. Again, their first possession right there on Aaron Baltazar's first carry of the ball game, gets stripped of the ball. So one thing that you want to do when you have your number one running back getting stripped in that first carry, don't be surprised if they come right back to him. Got to have his confidence, back for this game. This is a very important game for Eastlake tonight. And you don't want to have your number one running back down on himself.
As now we have a timeout, official timeout. As they're going to move that ball to the far hash mark. As the ball went out of bounds on the far side of the field. First and 10 from their own 35-yard line. The Eastlake Titans trying to answer back as Olympian has just scored. They lead this one 7-0. Man in motion. They're going to give it to Baltazar up the middle. He dodges one tackler and gets up, leans forward for about 2 yards. So it'll bring a 2nd down and 8.
Aaron Baltazar right there, met at the line of scrimmage by inside linebacker Zach Norton. Zach Norton, the leader of that Olympian defense, coming into tonight with 79 tackles.
The Eastlake Titans facing a 2nd down and 8, man in motion. And now we have a flag as this will be a false start against Eastlake.
Okay, well, the Titans right now, a couple of errors right here offensively. First the fumble, and now the illegal procedure call, kind of working out of a hole right now, Valentine, early on in the game.
So 2nd down and 13 now for the Eastlake Titans. Tyrone Stevens has thrown for 5 touchdowns, Bob, but he's thrown for over 830 yards. A lot of those touchdowns have been long passes. They're going to give it on the end around and trying to get up forward. It's one of their wing backs, Tavares Green. He gets a gain of about 3, making a gain of about 5.
Yeah, that was Jalen Mondane on the carry right there. Valentine coming out of his wingback position and just gets manhandled and gang tackled by the Olympian Eagle defense. So that's going to bring up about a 3rd down and 8 right here for Eastlake.
So 3rd down and long here. Ball spotted at the 37-yard line of the Eastlake Titans. Looking to throw, looking down the middle, has the receiver. His ball is going to be incomplete, in and out of the hands of his intended receiver, David Esquiza.
Yeah, Esquiza right there just kind of wanted to go over the 1st down yardstick on a little turnaround route. Ball was thrown outside of him. He had to dive for it. So that falls incomplete. So Eastlake on their second possession has to punt.
So a 4th down situation. They'll punt this ball away. Isaiah Gibson back deep to receive along with Sergio Bailey as they stand at their own 30-yard line. It's a good snap. Kick is off, and it's going to be blocked by Olympian. Ball takes a forward bounce. Can they pick it up? They will, and it's going to be down at the 2-yard line.
Well, Olympian making plays early on in this ball game, Valentine, and that's a huge play right there as they get the block punt. Again, in high school football, you cannot advance a punt, so they're going to mark that right at the 4-yard line. So a huge break, another huge opportunity for the Olympian Eagles as they take over possession, 1st and 10 on the, 1st and goal on the 4-yard line with 8:19 left to go in the 1st quarter.
Plenty of football left. Olympian getting off to a hot start defensively. 2 big defensive plays puts them here on the Eastlake Titan door as they go ahead and give a handoff. Here comes a flag. And this might be going against Olympian. It was thrown right at the line of scrimmage, so usually that means holding.
Yeah, it looks like Dylan Jensen's going to get the call for holding on the Olympian Eagles side of the ball right there.
That is going to bring them back. It'll remain 1st and goal. That's going to march them back 10 more yards, and that'll be a 1st and goal from about the 14-yard line. Make it to 15. Seven to nothing Olympian leads here in this game so far. They've had 1 turnover on a fumble by Baltazar. They capitalized on that 2 plays later, and now a block punt puts them in deep inside Eastlake territory as they are now facing a 1st down and goal from the 15. They're going to fake the handoff, play action fake, looking to throw. He's going to get taken down. No, on his feet. And he'll move forward and then gets a gain of about 3 yards on that one. And another flag on the field, a late flag from the backfield.
Well, Christopher Humphrey was wrapped up in the backfield by linebacker Kiefer Graham, but managed to somehow break that tackle and take it for a positive gain almost to the original line of scrimmage. But now there's another penalty on Olympian, and it's a personal foul.
So a late call on a personal foul. That's going to bring them back another 15 yards. So we mentioned this at the beginning of the game. We talked about discipline. Olympian starting to shoot themselves in the foot there, bringing themselves back when they were in the 4-yard line.
And that's very uncharacteristic for this team right now. So now they're going to have a test right there. Again, this drive after the block punt started on the 4-yard line. Now they're back to the 28.
All 1st and goal again. It's going to be a deep on a fake delay. And Humphrey will keep it as he tries to go around the right side, and he'll get taken down and gain about 4 yards on that carry. It's going to bring a long 3rd down.
Oh, that was a fake draw to Harrison Hewlin. And Christopher Humphrey just kept that ball, ran it around the right end. It was a nice one-on-one tackle there by safety Aaron Baltazar. Brings up a 3rd down for the Eagles.
So 3rd and goal, ball at the 25-yard line. So with the 3rd and goal from the 25, you got to believe that they're going to probably try to get into the end zone somehow. As they come up to the line of scrimmage, 2 men in the backfield here for Humphrey. He's looking to throw. He's going to be pressured. Throws on the near side, has an open receiver. He's up to the 15, 10, breaks 1 tackle, cuts it back up the middle, into the end zone. Touchdown, Andrell Snowden, as he takes it in for another 6.
Well, that was a nice play call right there with the backside screen. You're rolling to your right and you throw back to the left. And it was just one-on-one with the linebacker, and Snowden right there beats him to the outside. A couple of juke moves, cuts it back inside. And Olympian up huge right here, 13-0 with 6 minutes, 38 seconds left to play in the half after this point after attempt.
As the kick is up, and it is going to be good. 14-0, Olympian leads here on your destination for high school sports, PlayOnSports.com. .6:38 left here in the first quarter of play. Valentin Escañuela alongside Bob Osuna, a 25-yard touchdown pass there to Andrell Snowden, and he takes it into the end zone for another score. You couldn't ask for a better start if you're Coach Gil Warren.
Well, right now it's a good start for the Olympian Eagles right now, but there's two mishaps on the Eastlake Titans side right there. First, the fumble right there, and you convert that into points, and then the block punt, and you convert that into points. So right now, Olympian has barely had their offense on the field right now and has 14 points on the board.
Olympian playing like the 8-0 team that they are. Every single matchup they've won pretty handily, except for a few. They were tested last week against Chula Vista. They won that one 45-31, and then they were tested against Otay Ranch 34-20. But other than that, they've really handled their opponents pretty solidly.
Oh, yeah, their defense comes into the game only allowing 10.6 points per game. So their defense is relentless. Their offense is a ball control with that wing tee that Coach Warren has run year in and year out for all his years of coaching over at Castle Park and then here at Olympian High School. And he's here in his 6th year at Olympian and has really, really brought this program up to a good caliber right now and going to the playoffs last year.
Strayhorn will go ahead and take it from his own 3-yard line. He's up to the 15, 10, gets one block and gets up to about the 27-yard line. And Eastlake will begin their next drive from their own 27.
You know, Eastlake just has to start moving the chains right now, Valentin. That's one thing they need to do. They're trying to mix it up with run and pass. And right now I credit Olympian for making plays. Defensively, they really haven't let Eastlake really do anything consistently on the ground and on the passing game. A couple big plays right there on the fumble strip and then the block punt. Let's see what Eastlake can do right here on this series.
25-yard return for Strayhorn. They're going to give it to Baltazar over left side, and he's going to get a gain of about 5.
Aaron Baltazar right there running hard off left tackle.
And that's the kind of runner that Baltazar is. He's a workhorse. He runs north to south, and he just puts his head down and leans forward and gets 3 or 4 yards every single time he touches the ball. Man in motion to the near side. They're going to give it on the end around and juking his way to about a 4-yard gain there. I believe was Mondane, Jalen Mondane.
Again, talking with Eastlake running back coach Al Vitella before the game and early outs, just talking to him about what's the key to tonight. They said, well, if they can stop Baltazar, we have other backs that can do the job too.
3rd and short, Baltazar gets up forward, and I believe he got the yardage that he needs. It's going to depend on the spot.
And I don't think he got a favorable spot, Valentin. Look at the side judge over there on the Eastlake side.
So they're going to have to measure this one. It's pretty close. If he got it by the nose of the ball. So they'll measure this one. So Eastlake struggling offensively here. A couple of mishaps, a couple of turnovers, and Olympian not wasting any time and capitalizing on every single one.
Well, that's what you have to do when you're, to take advantage of those opportunities when they present themselves, especially against a team like Eastlake that can put up points, every game.
Well, Eastlake comes into this game with the 6-2 record. We can talk about all their wins, but all their wins have been handled pretty easily for them. It's the 2 losses that were pretty critical against Helix, one of the other top teams in the section, and also against St. Augustine, as they give them the first down. By the nose of the ball, play action fake, looking down the middle, has an open receiver, and the ball is dropped. He had him wide open. Joseph Carpizo had about 5 steps on the defender. That ball just underthrown. Carpizo doesn't come back to get it, and it's going to be an incomplete pass.
Well, he beat defensive back Daniel Gutierrez for the Olympian Eagles right there. Looks like he was running just an 8 route, a post. But that ball hung up a little bit too long in the air, Valentin. He had to reach back for it, so it was slightly underthrown.
Baltazar in the backfield. They give it to Baltazar on the left side. Spins around and gets a gain of about 9.
Now there's Aaron Baltazar right there. That's what you've been waiting for all night. He hits that first level, goes to the second level, a little spin to the outside, picks up 9 yards on that carry.
So 3rd down and 2. We'll call it a long one for the Eastlake Titans. Ball spotted at the 47-yard line. Man in motion. Tavares Green gets the handoff on the left side, spins around and gets a first down marker. And there's another late flag.
Oh, that looks like it's going to go against Olympian right there. You see the coaches on the Eastlake side of the bench clapping after that play was over, so we might get a personal foul tacked on after the play.
So they're talking about it. Looked like a player came in there a little bit late and put a late hit on Green. Personal foul against Olympian. And it's going to bring them another 15 yards forward. And that's going to put them inside Olympian territory. So the first time that the Eastlake Titans have crossed the 50-yard line. Look for them to capitalize here.
Well, right now, until that penalty right there, you could tell that Eastlake was running a tempo of an offense right there. They're using a lot of speed motion or jet motion right there. That was a nice little jet sweep to the left side. And let's see if they can continue that. If they keep the tempo right now, it's going to keep Olympian's defense off balance.
Man in motion, they're going to give it on the scissors play to Green. Green on the left side, dodges one tackler, makes a move, jukes another, and then gets another gain of about 15, 20 yards.
Well, that was really congested in the backfield to try that scissors play right there, but good job by Green picking his way through and actually through the second level into the secondary for a big first down for Eastlake.
A great play call there by the coaching staff of the Eastlake Titans. Has a little bit of misdirection there, fooled the Olympian defense. Man in motion again, Baltazar gets it, he goes up the middle, and he gets taken for down and a gain of another 6 yards there for Baltazar. So Baltazar now starting to get rolling here offensively.
Yeah, Aaron Baltazar right now looks like he's warmed up, and he's starting to get his yards right now. That was a pickup of 5 yards on that play.
3:54 left here in the first quarter of play. Olympian leads this one 14-0 here on your destination for high school sports, PlayOnSports.com. Man in motion, Baltazar gets the call. He goes up the middle again, and he'll get another gain of about 5. He'll get the first down inside the 10-yard line.
Well, Aaron Baltazar running hard off a right tackle right there, just on that down play. Nice kick-out block by the guard on that play for Eastlake. That was Austin Ortiz. That was the center, Austin Ortiz.
First down and goal. Eastlake now deep inside Olympian territory, inside the 10-yard line. And then we have another timeout now called on the field. And Olympian looks like they'll take it and talk this one over.
Yeah, defensive coordinator Bing Dawson right there decides to take a timeout, stop that momentum again, that tempo offense that Eastlake is running right now. You got to take a timeout right now and, cool your defense down right there and draw something up as they need to tighten up their defense right now as Eastlake has really moved the ball well on this possession.
Well, this is the type of style that Eastlake likes to play. They like to move the ball in small increments, very methodically. Let's go ahead and take time off the clock, but nonetheless, keep that possession on our side to keep that other offense off the field.
Yeah, and that's what they'll do. And what they do is they do that to set you up for the pass, and that's what they did to Joseph Carpizzo. He ran that post pattern right there, but the ball was underthrown. But that's what Eastlake will do. They'll run, get those safeties to suck up, and then they're going to hit you long.
3:29 left here in the first quarter of play. We have a 14-0 Olympian lead as Olympian capitalizes early on 2 turnovers by the Eastlake Titans. The first one came on a fumble by Aaron Baltazar, and they capitalized on that one as they put one into the end zone. Next one comes off on a block punt that puts them inside the 4-yard line. They commit some penalties there, Bob. Knock themselves back to the 30-yard line, and then get a couple more yards, and then go on the 3rd and goal from the 25 into the end zone for a touchdown.
Well, that's just good discipline right there, and just not giving up on your ability to score points. And Olympian this season has put a lot of points on the board, probably averaging about a little over 40 points a ball game.
1st and goal for the Eastlake Titans as they will have it inside the 10-yard line. The Olympian defense got to talk this one over to see how they want to stop this. Baltazar will be in the backfield for the Titans, man in motion, and they're going to go ahead and keep it on the quarterback keeper. They're going to flip it to Baltazar backwards, and it's going to be a loss of yards on that one as Stevens was trying to flick it over to pitch it to Baltazar on the left side.
Well, that was an attempt at the option right there, and that didn't go very well. That wasn't very well executed by the Eastlake offense. There's a penalty flag on the play over here on the 5-yard line. Illegal procedure against the Titans.
Penalty is declined. 2nd down.
Yeah, because that was a loss of probably about 8 yards on that play right there, so they'll take the 8 versus the 5.
So the ball now spotted at about the 12-yard line. And it'll bring a 2nd down and goal here from the 12. So jogging into the game, Penaligan with the play as now Stevens puts a man in motion. That's going to be Baltazar to the near side. Looking to throw, looking for Baltazar in the corner. Baltazar going up for the grab. He gets pushed out of bounds, but it's going to be no good. It seemed like he had his legs in bounds. And we're going to see if they talk this one over. They're going to say incomplete as he got pushed out of bounds.
They said that he didn't have possession as he was going down. The back judge right there moving his hands up and down saying that he was juggling the ball. From our vantage point right here, Valentin, it looked like he did have possession and at least got 1 foot in high school football. But that's not the call on the field. So now you have 3rd and goal for Eastlake.
3rd and goal here for the Eastlake Titans. Same formation. Baltazar goes in motion. Looking to throw. Looking down the middle for Carpizzo. Incomplete. Overthrows his intended receiver.
Yeah, they ran out of that same formation right there as Baltazar split out wide to the right, so they went with an empty backfield. Had double coverage on Baltazar, hoping up to single up Carpizzo over the middle, but that ball was thrown a little high, so Eastlake comes out for the field goal attempt, at least to get some points on the board here with 3 minutes, 14 seconds left to play in the first quarter.
David Ikiza to kick this 30-yard field goal. It's going to be up, and it is going to be good. With 3:10 left here in the first quarter of play, the Eastlake Titans strike back with 3 points on the board, and it is a 14-3 Olympian lead here on your destination for high school sports, PlayOnSports.com.
Play On Sports is on Facebook and Twitter, giving you news and information and links to great highlights. Follow us at Play On Sports on both Facebook and Twitter. You can also access thousands of live and on-demand games on YouTube at youtube.com/PlayOnNetwork. Keep up with all the high school action every week. from your destination for high school sports, PlayOnSports.com.
14-3, Olympian still leads this one here in the South Bay as we have a great matchup on our hands. Olympian on top of Eastlake here, Bob, and it's something that we didn't really expect was Eastlake to get off to such a slow start, but nonetheless, they get back into this one with 3 points on the board.
Well, that's what you had to do, Valentin. You couldn't come up empty on that possession right there. And Eastlake, although they wanted 6, they come up with 3 right now, and now it's up to their defense. And what you want to do now is you want to keep Olympian on their side of the field. Right now, Olympian has been taking all their offensive snaps in Eastlake's territory. So you just want to right now make them play on a long field, let your defense have a stop and get the ball back.
Snowden and Gibson back to receive for Olympian. Looks like Snowden will take it from about his own 3-yard line. He gets it up to the 10, 15, trips up, and then gets taken down at about the 23. So they're going to give him 20 yards on that return and place him at the 24-yard line. So 1st and 10 from their own 24 here as we got 3:04 left here in the first quarter of play. Plenty of football left. Eastlake's defense here needs to get started a little bit on the defensive side to get in some kind of rhythm. Humphrey under center. Give the handoff. Snowden on the right side. Makes one move and gets shoelace tackled at about the 26, 27.
Well, that was Andrell Snowden right there coming on the sweep to the right side. There's a nice tackle right there, shoestring tackle by Tavares Green.
They're going to give him 6 yards on that carry. 2nd down and 4 here now for Olympian. As Olympian gets the ball in their own territory for the first time on offense. They give it on the draw pass, on the draw play there, and he gets a gain of about 10 yards on that one and a 1st down for Olympian.
Harrison Hewlin, fullback right there, 5'10", 185-pound senior. That's one thing about the Olympian running backs. Again, like with every team that Coach Warren coaches throughout the years, he always has a nice core of running backs right there, and Hewlin and Snowden come into the game right now as the leading rushers. Snowden averaging 112 yards a game.
1st and 10, handoff goes up the middle. Hewlin nowhere to go as he gets stopped 1 yard short of the line of scrimmage.
Oh, that was Matthew Lau right there, defensive lineman for the Eastlake Titans, getting good penetration in the backfield. No gain on the play.
So they're going to give him forward progress, and they put him back at the 40-yard line. 2nd and 10 here for Olympian. One receiver to the near side for Humphrey. Nowhere for him to go, looking to throw. He's going to get pressured. He'll get wrapped up and taken down. And they're going to give him forward progress again at the 40-yard line. So 3rd down and long now for the Eagles.
Well, Christopher Humphreys was trying to go to Andrell Snowden down the left side, but nice coverage by the Titans, covering on the play. Defensive back for the Titans, that was Isaiah Strayhorn.
Now they got Snowden listed at 5'8", 175 pounds. For some reason, he looks a little bigger than that.
He looks bigger. Maybe that was a preseason and he's hitting the weight room and hitting the protein.
Well, they'll split out through 2 receivers to the far side as Humphrey looks to pass, set up a screen pass, and that ball will be incomplete. That pass was intended for Christian Humphrey. And it'll bring a 4th down situation here for the Eagles, and they'll have to punt this one away.
Well, they tried that backside screen again, and that play before was successful for their 2nd touchdown to Andrell Snowden, but that ball was tipped at the line of scrimmage by Emilio Rodriguez, outside linebacker for the Titans. So now back to receive the punt for the Titans, Aaron Baltazar, standing on his own 27-yard line.
So Aaron Baltazar back to receive for the Titans. That is nearly blocked. And that pass, or that, I should say that kick, will be down at about the 29-yard line.
Yeah, so now Eastlake gets another opportunity, Valentin, to try to to establish another drive right there. That last drive that they had was successful, not getting the touchdown that they wanted. They came up with 3 points, but nonetheless a very effective drive with Aaron Baltazar basically carrying the ball for the majority of the carries on that last possession.
While Tyrone Stevens jogs onto the field with the play call, Baltazar in the backfield. Wing formation, Baltazar gets the touch. He goes on the left side and he gets a gain of about 7 yards. Maybe 6 yards. They mark him at the 35, so there's 2nd down and 4, and that will probably be the last play of the first quarter as the clock is ticking down. Oh, it looks like they might get another one off here. 10 seconds left. To the line. Man in motion. They're going to fake the handoff, throw to the near side. Carpizo on the near side on the flat. He dodges one tackler. He's on his way down the field to the 40. Trying to cut back the other way. And he'll get finally taken down at about the 27-yard line. A big play there by Carpizo. And it almost seemed like Olympian was expecting for them to go ahead and just let the clock run down, go into the second quarter of play. Eastlake speeds it up, says let's do one more play. Hit him in the flat, plenty of room for him to run, and he gets a first down. So after 1 quarter of play, the Olympian Eagles lead this one 14-3 here on your destination for high school sports, PlayOnSports.com.
We can get a player up here.
Oh, that's good stuff.
All right, perfect. Prepare a Wiley Ballard graphic.
Do you want me to start the stream?
Start the stream. Camera 3. Beautiful. Oh, we're coming in on 1. For more information on how your school can join the Play On School broadcast program, go to playonsports.com/SBP.
1 quarter in the books, and Olympian leads this one 14-3, but Eastlake starting to make a comeback here offensively. They put 3 on the board. Now on this next possession here offensively, they're starting to march the ball down the field. Great play calling by the coaches and great play by the Eastlake offense.
Well, Joseph Carpizo right there on that last play, Valentin. Nice little check down to the tight end. He just blocked at the line of scrimmage, and they just rolled out to the right side right there, and Carpizo just found himself open in the flat, and he got behind the defender and then just ran all the way down the sideline into Olympian territory for a first down. So they've got 1st and 10 right now on the Olympian, it's like 27-yard line. So a big gain right there on that play right before the quarter.
Well, we'll switch fields. Eastlake will now be going from right to left, Olympian from left to right, as the Eastlake Titans have the ball inside Olympian territory. Ball spotted at the 27-yard line of the Eagles. The Titans looking to answer back again. 14 unanswered points came to a screeching halt as the Titans put up 3 points on the board, made it a 14-3 ball game here, trying to cut into the deficit as they're going to give the handoff to Green. Green dodges one tackler and then makes a nice move and gets a gain of about, make it 6 yards on that one. It'll bring a 2nd down and 4 here for the Titans at about the 21-yard line.
Tavares Green using his speed on that fly sweep to the left side. Picks up a good 6 yards on that play. Coach Bing Dawson right there giving instructions to his outside linebacker, Omar Ruiz Medellin, one of the leaders of that that Olympian defense.
A player for Olympian down on the ground. Looks like it's Mikhail Clementi. After that play was over, 11:36 left here in the second quarter of play. Man in motion to the near side. Baltazar gets the call. Up the middle, spins around once, spins around twice, and gets the first down for the Eastlake Titans.
A nice strong run by Aaron Baltazar right there. And a little delay to the right tackle side of the field. Pick good enough for a first down for the Eastlake Titans.
Now the danger with those spin moves of Baltazar is the fact that when you spin, you leave the ball outside. You got to make sure you tuck that ball in or it's going to get punched out. Baltazar gets the call. He gets 1 block, 2 blocks, and gets another gain of about 10 yards.
Oh, great hole right there by the Eastlake offensive line on that first down carry by Aaron Baltazar. If he just would have cut that one more time to the right side, Valentin, that would have been a touchdown. But he picks up 9 on that play, 2nd and 1, as Eastlake's moving the ball right now towards the goal line.
A short 1 yard. They're going to give it on the end around and trying to get around the corner is Jalen Mondane. And he'll get the first down. So 1st and goal, ball now inside the 5-yard line. They'll spot it at the 4 as the Eastlake Titans once again knocking on that Olympian door. They pin them back deep in their own territory, and then they get the ball back. In decent field position, march downfield, and now at the 4-yard line as they go ahead and they give the handoff to Baltazar. Baltazar leans forward and gets back to the line of scrimmage, but that could have been a real bad play there for the Eastlake Titans.
Well, there was a little mix-up in the backfield between the quarterback and the running back exchange as they collided into one another, but Baltazar using his strength to get back close to the line of scrimmage. 2nd down and goal for the Titans.
And it looks like he got a gain of 1 yard. Ball now at the 3. 9:53 left here in the second quarter of play. The Eastlake Titans looking to score. Ball will be looking to throw down the back of the end zone. Looking for, I believe it was Carpizo. Actually, not Carpizo. Intended receiver was David Akiza.
Yeah, Akiza was just kind of dragging around the back line of the end zone, and Tyrone Stevens rolling to his left out in the flat, just kind of rushed that pass. He had him open, but he just was way out in front with the pass attempt.
Well, a 3rd down and goal now for the Titans. I wonder whose number they're going to call in this one. As Stevens comes to the line of scrimmage, man in motion. Looking to throw, has his receiver Green into the end zone. Touchdown, Titans. As Green gets a completion and scores another 6 for the Titans.
Well, you have 9 in the box right there, keying on Aaron Baltazar, as you probably hinted, Valentin, that they might call his number right there, but that was just a nice play action fake. Green goes out right there on a little flare pass to the flat. Nobody on him. Touchdown, Eastlake.
Akiza to attempt the extra point. It's up, and it is going to be good. The Eastlake Titans put up another score and make it a 14-10 Olympian lead here from your home for high school sports. PlayOnSports.com, and I got to tell you, Bob, so far, so good. This is what we were expecting. Eastlake coming back. They got off to a slow start. 2 big turnovers to begin that first quarter of play. Olympian capitalizes on those turnovers. That's one thing you got to watch out for. If you are going to turn the ball over tonight, more than likely your opponent is probably going to capitalize every single time.
Oh, yeah, and right now Eastlake, could have been shell-shocked at the very beginning of the game, but they kept their composure. They had 2 successful drives, scoring drives, or their first drive after that go-ahead score by Olympian. They marched down the field 80 yards, get 3 points out of it, and right there, after that long pass to Carpizo, come back with a little bit of run, and then ended up with a nice little flare pass, and they're back into this game.
The Eastlake offense comes back strong here in the second quarter of play and puts another score up on the board. It's a 14-10 Olympian lead. Olympian still leads this game here as we have 10 unanswered points by the Titans. Isaiah Gibson and Andrell Snowden back to receive. Gibson will take it from about the 4-yard line. He's looking for his blocks. He's down the sideline. He has speed. Cuts it back to the near side. Still on his feet up to the 41-yard line. A great return there. About 35 yards on that return.
Oh, Isaiah Gibson, very versatile player for the Olympian Eagles. Plays deep on the kick returns and also gets us running the ball out of the backfield. comes into tonight with 30 carries, 275 yards. But what I like right here, he has a 9.1 yard per carry average. So when he gets the ball, he makes the most of his opportunities.
Olympian will begin their drive from their own 41-yard line. A very, very good return as he puts him in very good field position. And here come the flags, and it's going to be motion at the line. So it'll be a false start against Olympian. 5-yard penalty. It'll be a 1st and 15 here for the Eagles.
Yeah, Olympian having some problems with penalties tonight. Usually a very well-disciplined team. And just such a big game tonight, Valentine. You know, winner of this one is basically in the driver's seat for the Metro Mesa Championship.
Not only that, but a win here tonight will give you very, very good playoff seeding with the win here. As that pass goes to Bailey on a quick post.
Well, that's really uncharacteristic right there for Sergio Bailey. He usually catches everything that's thrown to him right there. That ball was a little low, a little far away from him.
But it hit his hands.
Hit his hands. He probably wants that one back.
One thing they tell you as a receiver is if it hits your hands, you need to bring it in. And Sergio Bailey usually does that every single time, and somehow that one just got away from him. 2nd down and 15 here for the Eagles. Bailey split out to the far side of the field. The call given to Hewlin, and he gets a gain of about 3 yards.
Well, Harrison Hewlin running off right tackle right there. Not much. Good pursuit by the Titan defense. As soon as he broke the first level right there, he only got about another 2 yards. Only pick up a 3 on the play, so it brings up a 3rd down and 13 for the Eagles.
So 3rd down and long. Bailey will get split out to the far side of the field here for the Eagles. So one receiver to the far side, wing formation. Looking to throw. He's going to look downfield, has a receiver. He's going to get hit, but they're not going to give him forward progress. It seemed like he caught the ball past the midfield marker, and they're going to mark him at the 49. And on that reception was Andrell Snowden.
Well, that looked like that was a horrible spot by the referee. It looked like Andrell Snowden caught the ball beyond the yard marker for a 1st down, but Aaron Baltazar laid a strong hit coming up for his free safety position.
And he took him back about 4 yards on that hit. But Snowden looked like he was across the midfield marker, and the 1st down marker is at the 49-yard line of the Eastlake Titans, so he was close. Baltazar back to receive here on this 4th down punting situation for the Olympian Eagles, as he'll take it from about his own 15-yard line. He's looking to reverse the field. He gets one block and then will be taken out of bounds, and that might be a flag. It is. It's going to be a late hit. So 32-yard line, you can tack on another 15 on that one.
Well, Aaron Baltazar picking up some good blocks along the way, but there's probably 3 or 4 penalty flags that flew. It's like one you have right here at the line of scrimmage, and then another one where he was hit out of bounds right around the 30-yard line. So let's see what the referees come up with.
Well, he was pushed out of bounds, and then he was tackled after he had gone out of bounds. So the flags came in for that, but there's a flag over at the 45-yard line on the Olympian side of the field. We'll wait for the official referee here to go ahead and give us the call. It'll be a personal foul against Olympian. That penalty is declined. And then personal foul, horse collar tackle against Olympian. That'll be accepted. It'll be a 15-yard penalty. So that'll march him up another 15 yards to about the 46-yard line. their own 46-yard line, and that's where they'll start this drive, 1st and 10.
Okay, so let's see if Eastlake can take advantage of this opportunity right there and getting 15 yards after that horse collar call.
7:39 left here in the second quarter of play, and we have some good football action here on your destination for high school sports, PlayOnSports.com. The Eastlake Titans ranked number 8 in the San Diego section. The Olympian Eagles ranked number 7 in the San Diego section. Both teams out of the Metro Mesa League. Winner here, as you said, Bob, in the driver's seat to win this league title.
And one thing that needs to be noted is that both of these teams, we're going to see them in the playoffs, without a doubt. Olympian coming in here as a Division III team, and although they're ranked 7th right now in the county in D3, you're going to probably have Cathedral Catholic going in maybe as number 1 at the seed. And look for Olympian, if they run it, they could bump Cathedral, out of that number 1 seed position. We'll just see how that goes towards the end of the year.
And this year with St. Augustine now in Division 4, St. Augustine no longer competing in Division 3 here in the San Diego section. So they move down a bracket. You kind of keep them out of the equation. So Olympian in a very good position to be able to get a very good seed and make a good run through the playoffs.
And I'm sure they'd like to face Cathedral again in the playoffs, as they lost to them last year.
So 2 top-ranked teams here in the San Diego section. The Eastlake Titans and the Olympian Eagles battling it out to see who will be in the driver's seat for that Metro Mesa League title. Eastlake will have a short field to work with here, 60 yards into the end zone, as that ball is at the 41-yard line, their own 41-yard line, man in motion, and now we got flags on the field again. It's going to be a false start against Eastlake. Got to march them back 5 yards and put the ball at about the 41.
Well, you had running back Jalen Mondane right there going in motion, and then he stopped. So I don't know if that was supposed to be a fly motion or a hop motion. I don't know what the call on that play was right there, but certainly wasn't the play that John McFadden called. So they get penalized on that play, and now try first down again.
First down, looking to throw. He's going to be pressured out of the pocket. He gets some space to run, and he'll go ahead and get taken down past the first down marker. He got 11 yards on that carry as he called his own number there, Stevens.
Yeah, Tyrone Stevens right there, just taking that ball, tucking it under his arm, and carrying it across midfield into Eagle territory for a nice first down pickup.
Yeah, make it 16 yards. It was a 1st and 15. He got 16 on that one, and he goes past the midfield marker into Olympian territory. Man in motion again. Balthazar gets the call. He makes 1-man miss, 2-man miss. He's on the sideline. He's to the 20. He's to the 10, and out of bounds at about the 11-yard line, actually. Just short of the 10-yard line, but Balthazar showing what he can do and what he does best is making guys miss, breaking tackles, and getting big yardage.
Oh, that's just speed and power right there, Aaron Balthazar running the ball. It looks like we have a timeout on the field, but Aaron Balthazar right now, again, he's committed to Boise State. You'll be seeing him playing on Saturdays and playing D1 ball, and just a hard-working young man. Has been a 3-year starter for the Eastlake Titans at the fullback position.
A lot of these kids, they run out of the fullback position, end up playing defense when they go to college. Prime example was our boy 3 years ago, who we covered for 2 years in a row, Tony Jefferson. As the handoff goes up the middle to Balthazar, he gets a gain of about 3 yards. We go back to Tony Jefferson. Aaron Balthazar, almost a mirror image of the running style, the running game, the defensive play out of the safety spot. I mean, he was supposed to be the new Tony Jefferson, and he's really lived up to those expectations.
And they were the same number 1.
Number 1.
So, yeah, that's some big shoes to fill coming for Aaron Balthazar, picking up for Tony Jefferson, who's now starting safety for the Oklahoma Sooners with a big game against Notre Dame tomorrow.
Yeah, and he leads the team in tackles. As making a big tackle here is Olympian to hold him short of the line of scrimmage. Maybe forward progress gave him a gain of 1. So 3rd down and about 5 to go. Make it 6.
Yeah, nice pursuit right there by linebacker Ray Osuna on that play. Osuna having a good year for the Olympian Eagles, one of the leaders on that defense.
6:03 left here in the second quarter of play. Eastlake driving with the ball. They're going to give a handoff. And nowhere for him to go as Olympian holds Tavares Green short of the end zone.
I tried a little fly sweep right there to Tavares Green on the around the left side. He cut it in. But now you have a 4th down situation right here for Eastlake. And Coach John McFadden looks like they're going to go for it because I don't see the field goal team coming into the game right now. Vince Panlagan, wide receiver, bringing in the play. So here you have 4th and 4 for the Eastlake Titans.
4th and 4. And now we have a timeout called. And a timeout taken by Eastlake. So 5:19 left here in the second quarter of play. Eastlake looking to go for it on 4th down as they are inside the 5-yard line. 4th and 4, the first down marker at about the 1-yard line here, Bob. What do you think of this call?
Well, I mean, you could take the field goal right now. You'd be down by 1 with 5 minutes left to play in the half. But right now, John McFadden, he's confident in his offense, as he should be. You should be able to pick up 4 yards right here with Aaron Baltazar, who's averaging 9 yards a carry. You know, he's picking up 5, 6, 7 yards every time he gets the ball tonight.
Or do you play action fake and hit Joseph Carpizo down the middle on your tight end?
And that's an option right there, too, Valentin, is, you know, you're going to be keying on Baltazar, but that's one thing that you key on him, and he's hard to stop. But you need points right now, and
well, Coach McFadden talking it over with his coaching staff, seeing what they want to do here on a 4th down and 4 to go. It's a long 4. That first down marker is just inside that 1 yard mark. So, if anything, if you're going to run the ball here and try to get 4 yards, you're probably going to go into the end zone. But if they hold you short of the end zone, well, you got a first down.
Well, that's one thing with Eastlake right now is you have a lot of options on what to do right here, is because you have the running ability of Baltazar on the inside. You've got the running ability on the outside with Tavares Green and Jalen Mondane. And then you also have Carpizo, the tight end, that can drag across the back. So,
well, here we go.
And hey, and don't count out Tyrone Stevens with a keeper or possibly a quarterback draw.
It looks like Eastlake will be going for it here. 4th down and 4 to go. Make it 4th down in the long 3. 5:19 left here in the second quarter of play. 14-10, Olympian leads this one. Stevens to the line of scrimmage. Man in motion, that's going to be Green. He's going to roll to the far side. Has Green in the end zone. Touchdown, Titans.
Tyrone Stevens rolling out to his right side. And then Green just comes out of his wingback position. Little safety valve into the flat right there. Easy pitch and catch. So Eastlake goes on top right now by a score of 16-14 as they set up to attempt the point after.
He keys it to attempt the point after. A packed house on the other side of the visiting side for the Eastlake Titans. That kick is up, and it is going to be good. The Eastlake Titans take the lead here, 17-14 with 17 unanswered points on your destination for high school sports, PlayOnSports.com.
PlayOnSports.com is not your only destination for Friday night football action, but it's also the place for the most comprehensive coverage of high school playoff and championship events in all sports from across the country. PlayOnSports.com. High school sports lives here.
Great high school football action here on PlayOnSports.com. Great atmosphere here on the Olympian side and the Eastlake Titans side. Packed house, nowhere to sit. People are standing. You couldn't ask for a better atmosphere than this. Two schools not too far apart from each other. A lot of these kids would have been going to Eastlake had Olympian not open up.
Well, yeah, Eastlake right now coming into tonight, knew that they were going to be in a ball game. They started out this game not the way that they probably anticipated, with a couple of mishaps, a fumble by Aaron Baltazar in their first possession turns into a score, and then their second possession, a block punt, turns into the score. But after that, they've scored 17 unanswered points and go up on top by a score of 17-14 with 5 minutes, 14 seconds left to play in the first half.
Isaiah Gibson back to receive for Olympian. He'll take it from his own 5-yard line. Gibson has some speed. He's to the corner and gets knocked out of bounds. Ball is loose and it's fumbled. And they're going to say he was out of bounds, I believe. Oh. So Eastlake recovered the ball, but it looked like Isaiah Gibson had gone out of bounds already. Well, and Olympian will retain.
Yeah, from our vantage point right here, we couldn't really see the sideline, but I did see that ball come out.
A 20-yard return there for Gibson places the Olympian Eagles at the 25-yard line. So they'll have it at their own 25. 1st and 10 here with 5:07 left in the first half of play. Valentin Escañuel alongside Bob Osuna here on your destination for high school sports, PlayOnSports.com. First and 10, Humphrey comes to the line of scrimmage. Play action fakes, looking to throw, looking for a receiver. Ball will be caught and completed with the pass interference call as well. Great job there by Christian Humphrey. And this will be going against Eastlake unless they call it an offensive pass interference, but I believe there's a lot of contact from the Eastlake defender.
Well, Christian Humphrey right there, the receiver, against Michael Clemente, the defensive back. So they're going to call pass interference on Clemente. They're going to decline that penalty. So big play right there for the Olympian Eagles as they get the ball 1st and 10 in Eastlake territory on their 44-yard line.
Another Humphrey to Humphrey connection there. Christopher Humphrey to Christian Humphrey for another big reception and big yardage here for Olympian. Man in motion to the near side. Fake the handoff up the middle. Hewlin gets a gain of about 7.
Oh, Harrison Hewlin right there on a nice hole right there on the fullback trap. Brought down by the safety, Tavares Green. If Green didn't make that play right there, Hewlin was going to go all the way into the end zone for a touchdown.
2nd down and 4. They're going to give him 6 yards on that carry. Ball spotted in Eastlake territory at the 38-yard line. Humphrey under center. They're going to give the handoff to their big man, Andrell Snowden. And I say big man, 5'8", 175 pounds, but he runs like a big man.
Well, Snowden carrying about 4 guys on his back right there. Minimal gain, only picked up about 1, maybe 2 yards on the play.
Yes.
But he is a workhorse, Valentin, and he gets his yards.
I want to say he's probably about 190 pounds, maybe. 195 pounds. Snowden there's no way he's 175. He looks a lot bigger. He runs a lot bigger. And carrying 4 guys on his back, he's real strong as well. 3rd down and short here for Olympian. We'll call it a 3rd and 2. 2 men in the backfield. They're going to give it to Snowden again. Snowden looking to throw. Throws downfield, up for grabs. It's going to be incomplete. Great job by Bailey coming back and playing defensive back on that one and knocking that ball away.
Well, Andrell Snowden was reading pass from the moment that he got that ball, but he kept on going back, and he was throwing that ball off the back foot. So it kind of throws a lame duck right up in there, and to Sergio Bailey, who actually acted as a defender and batting that ball down so it doesn't get intercepted. So now you have a 4th down and 2 for the Eagles.
And this is the same play they used against Hilltop when we covered them last time. A little bit of hesitation on that first attempt. Second attempt was very successful.
Well, you got the wide side of the field right now.
4th and 2, going to Bailey up the middle. Perfect pass there. Isolation on the far side and the first down there for Olympian.
Yeah, Sergio Bailey just lined up on single coverage, wide side of the field. Perfect call for that quick slant. Well executed for a first down for Olympian.
Sergio Bailey, the top receiver for the Olympian Eagles, gets one big catch there as they get the first down. Up the middle. Hewlin for 5.
That's one thing I like about the Olympian running backs. They're north and south runners. There's no juking. There's no spinning. They are just hard nosed.
Put
Keep
your head down.
Yeah,
put your pads low.
Pad level down and put that helmet right into the numbers. I like that style of running.
2:37 left here in the first half of play. Olympian driving. A little bit of confusion on the Eastlake defense as the player gets off the field. Snowden gets the call on the left side. He'll get taken down from the jersey.
I think the Otay Ranch coaches wanted a horse collar on that play.
And he got a gain of about maybe 2 yards, maybe a yard. That'll bring a third down and 5.
So big third down play right here for Olympian as they try to get on the board again. Under 2 minutes to play in the half. And a lot of time is ticking off right now, and then they elect to take a timeout. Coach Gil Warren right now calls his team over to the sidelines. So with 1 minute, 44 seconds left to play in the game, Olympian right now trying to draw something up offensively to get more points on the board to go in with halftime with momentum on their side, Valentine.
Well, 3rd down and 4 here. You're looking for a first down play. You need a four-yard play. But let's go back to that first quarter of play there, Bob. 3rd down and 25 to go. 3rd down and goal from the 25-yard line. And they punch it into the end zone for a score. So, you can take a couple options here. You have a 1 minute and 44 seconds left. You can get a first down, get a new set of downs, and work from, inside the 10-yard line or just outside the 10-yard line, and then try to punch it in for 6.
And they're going to have the wide side of the field to work with, and that's one thing by covering Olympian. They like the wide side of the field. You got single coverage right there with Sergio Bailey. You have the opportunity for the quick slant, or if they're playing press coverage on him, you have the room for the fade to the outside shoulder right there. So now you're going to have You're going to have 2 receivers to the right. So you have single coverage on Bailey.
So Bailey and Humphrey line up to the near side of the field. And looking to throw is Humphrey. He gets it off into the flat. He's going to get into the end zone just short inside the 5-yard line. But a great job there by Snowden as he gets a first down and more. And now stops the clock as he gets out of bounds.
Well, I like that play call right there by Coach Warren. You split out 2 to the right to basically clear out, and you have your back come out underneath. One-on-one with the linebacker, and Snowden wins that battle right there, catches the ball in the flat, turns it upfield for a big first down for Olympian, as it looks like we have an injury on the play.
An Eastlake player gone down on the near side. He was trying to get up and go to the other side of the field, but instead they said, you know what, stay down. And we hope he's all right.
Looks like linebacker Nasser Ali for the Titans right there, shaking up on the play.
1:36 left. The Eastlake Titans with 17 unanswered points. Olympian scored the first 14 points of the game on 2 turnovers committed by Eastlake, but have yet to score.
Well, I think Valentine right now as Ali's getting tended to by the medical staff of Eastlake and Coach John McFadden and defensive coordinator coordinator, Eddie Minshew, go out to check on their player. And I think everybody's getting their money's worth tonight. You have these two schools right now, well-coached programs, coming into tonight. Very anticipated game here in the South Bay. And right now, everybody's just taking a knee right now, hoping for the best, that the player's not seriously injured. But right now, Olympian just moving the ball systematically down the field and coming up big on third down conversions.
Well, Olympian has put a pretty good offensive drive together here as they've tested the ground game and they tested the air game as well. And one of the guys that, we really weren't expecting, Christian Humphrey, came up big here for the Eagles tonight.
So it looks like Nasser Ali is going to walk off on his own power, and that's always a good sign right there, and hopefully we'll see him back in the game.
It's always a good sign to see the player walking off under his own power. Let's see, he's going to come out for at least one play, and hopefully we'll see him back in the game for the Eastlake Titans. 1:36 left here. Olympian with the ball inside the 5-yard line. And looking to punch another one into the end zone with some time still left on the clock. 17-14, Eastlake leads, but Olympian now knocking on the Eastlake Titan door. They're going to give a handoff. And going into the end zone, they're going to say just short. As Andrell Snowden gets held at about the 1-yard line. And the clock continues to tick. Second down and goal.
It's going to be second down and goal from the 2.
Andrell Snowden around the left side on the sweep. Touchdown, Olympian. With 53 seconds left to play in the first half, Andrell Snowden goes around the left side on the sweep for a touchdown. In to attempt the point after for Olympian is Angel Garcia. Holding on the play is Daniel Gutierrez. Point after attempt was blown dead by the whistle by the referees. Looks like we're going to have an illegal procedure penalty against Olympian. They're going to bring that 5 yards back. But Valentin, that was a nice drive right there by Olympian as they go down to get their score right before halftime and are leading right now before the point after by a score of 20-17 with 53 seconds left to play in the half.
53 seconds left, and Olympian comes back and answers those 17 unanswered points by Eastlake, as we'll try this one again. The hold is down, the kick is up, and it is going to be good. 20-17, Olympian leads here on their home field, on your destination for high school sports, PlayOnSports.com. So 53 seconds left here, Bob, and a big drive here by the Olympian Eagles. They put it into the end zone. 17 unanswered points by the Eastlake Titans. They get a score, 20-17, 53 seconds left till halftime. This is going to be a shootout. This is going to go to whoever has the possession, the last possession here on this field is probably going to win the game.
Oh, right now, you got to be, happy right now. Both teams going into halftime. Eastlake only down by 4, but they are moving the ball. So Valentin, it's going to be on who's going to make the right adjustments. Who's going to, right now, it seems that defensively, each team right now needs to come up with a plan and make some adjustments at halftime. Because right now, the offense for both squads are executing very effectively.
Tavares Green and Strayhorn back to receive for the Eastlake Titans. Green will take it from about his own 5-yard line. Green trying to work the right side of the field. Will be taken down at about the 22.
22-yard kickoff return by Tavares Green. It'll be 1st and 10, Eastlake. From the 22-yard line.
Okay, so Eastlake's going to get the ball now with 46 seconds left to play in the first half. Down by 4, 21-17.
I'll look for them to keep it on the ground, give it a Balthazar. Hopefully he can break a big one here for the Eastlake Titans. But other than that, you don't want to risk throwing the ball and having an interception, return for a pick 6. Balthazar in the backfield, man in motion to the right side. And they're going to give it to Balthazar. Balthazar gets held up. And it'll be a loss of 1 yard on that carry for Balthazar as Olympian comes up big on the tackle.
Yeah, that was Ray Osuna, again, coming from his linebacker position, sniffing out that draw play. And it looks like Eastlake's just going to take their time and let this clock run out. Like you said, Valentin, don't want to, have a situation where you have a turnover here deep in your own territory. So taking the time, getting the play call in for the Eastlake Titans coming out is David Esquiza.
Oh, they got to hurry with 9 seconds left. They come to the line of scrimmage. Stevens. Oh, he's looking to throw. Looking downfield to the near side. Ball is caught to Akiza. And that will be it. That'll bring the first half of play to an end. That's going to wrap things up here from Olympian High School for the first half of play with the Olympian Eagles leading this one 21-17 over the Eastlake Titans. We'll be back in a few moments with the PlayOnSports.com halftime show. Don't go anywhere. It's Friday Night Football on PlayOnSports.com, your destination for high school sports.
Should I do my?
Welcome back to PlayOnSports.com halftime show coming to you from Chula Vista, California on the campus of Olympian High School. The scores right now, the Olympian Eagles 21, the Eastlake Titans 17. And Bob, a 4-point lead for the Olympian Eagles. They come back and they score here right before the halftime, take the lead into the half. We couldn't have asked for a better game here tonight. The number 8 ranked team in the section, the San Diego section, and number 7 team in the Olympian Eagles going at it face to face, back to back, front to front. I mean, you can call it whatever you want to call it. These two teams are going at it, and it's going to come down probably to the last possession. Whoever has the ball last here tonight will probably win the game.
Yeah, but the way that the game started, Valentin, is, boy, it was really a shell shocker, for lack of a better term, as Eastlake turns the ball over twice. Once on an Aaron Baltazar fumble on their first possession, leads to 7 points, and then the following possession by Eastlake, a blocked punt, and that leads into a 28-yard pass from Christopher Humphrey to Andrell Snowden. And so right away, Olympians up by 14 points. So Eastlake finally gets the ball, establishes a nice drive, takes it downfield for a 22-yard field goal, but then they come right back with 9 minutes 40 seconds left to play in the half with a 6-yard TD pass to Tavares Green, and now this is a ball game right now, 21-17.
21-17, Olympian let Eastlake score 17 unanswered points, and then they came back strong with the last offensive drive of the half to put them up another 7 points, and they have a 4-point lead into the halftime here. Now, if you're Coach Warren, what do you tell your team here at the half, Bob?
Well, you just keep playing. I mean, right now you got to limit mistakes. One of the things I've noticed about Olympian tonight is they're having too many penalties, and that's very uncharacteristic for this very well-disciplined team. Eliminate your mistakes. What got you here? The strong running game got you here. So credit your offensive line, stay on your blocks, open the holes, let your running backs do the job. That'll tear up some time on the clock. You're going to get your yards, you'll get your points. Now, if you're Eastlake, you kind of basically want to do the same thing. Okay, you want to get the ball, you want to have time of possession on the ground, and then when your opportunity comes, go over the top for the big play.
Similar offenses here tonight, folks. Olympian running a wing-style offense. Eastlake also running a wing-style offense. They know each other very well. They coach with each other. They know each other from long time ago, the coaches and the players. And, you can go on and on and on about these two teams. A rivalry here in the south part of the county. Eastlake has to come out strong, and we're sure to see another dose of Aaron Baltazar here in the second half.
Oh, Aaron Baltazar, he's going to get his name called right now, and he's going to be asked to carry this team to victory tonight. But one of the things that Eastlake has is not only Aaron Baltazar, but they do have some nice talent around him in Tavares Green on the running back side right there. And look out for their tight end, Joseph Carpizzo. He had a couple of big opportunities right there in the first half. Look for Eastlake to come back to him in the second half right now to keep the Olympian Eagle defense off balance.
And one surprise that came out of the Olympian side of the Olympian Eagles was Christian Humphrey. On the season, he had 5 receptions for 101 yards and 2 TDs. Here tonight, he probably has almost 70 yards in receiving and a touchdown.
Well, that's one of the main reasons for that right now is they're keying on Sergio Bailey, the number 1 receiver for Olympian. But that's fine, when you have one guy, being double covered, that's going to free somebody open right now. And right now, Humphrey's been the open man tonight.
Well, folks, that's going to wrap it up for the halftime show here on PlayOnSports.com. Second half action coming your way here in just a moment. Keep it here on your destination for high school sports, PlayOnSports.com. You're watching PlayOnSports.com's presentation of Friday Night Football here in the San Diego section, live from Chula Vista, California. I'm Valentin Escañuela alongside Bob Osuna. The Olympian Eagles lead this one 21-17 over the Eastlake Titans as we get ready for second half action here. And Bob, before we get the second half underway, your keys for the Eastlake Titans.
Well, the keys for the Eastlake Titans right now offensively is to establish their running game. You know, keep the defense off the field, or actually keep the Olympian offense off the field. You know, move the chains, get your points, and then if you're Olympian right now, it's pretty much the same thing. I mean, that's one of these things that is so intriguing about tonight's game is you have two very strong running games, and that's what both of these teams thrive on. So if you're the defense on either team, you got to stop the run, get them into passing situations right now, and like you said, Valentin, I think the last one holding the ball right now is going to win this ball game.
21-17, Olympian leads this one to begin this second half of play, and Olympian will be receiving here in the second half as they deferred on the coin toss. Back to receive for Olympian is Andrell Snowden. And they'll go ahead and take it from the 5-yard line, and he'll get up to about the 28-yard line. So Isaiah Gibson on the return, a return of about 26 yards.
Okay, so Olympian comes right now for their first possession of the second half. Their last possession right there, right before the half, Valentin. Nice little 4-yard run by Andrell Snowden. Sweep around the left side. So both running games for both teams being effective tonight. And let's see who's going to maintain possession of the ball and not create turnovers.
First and 10 for the Olympian Eagles. They go up the middle on the first play of this drive. A gain of about 1 yard. Second down and 9. Now ball spotted at the 30-yard line. So the Olympian Eagles begin this second half with the lead, a 4-point lead, 21-17 over the Eastlake Titans, as they look to put a first good drive here to start off the second half of play. And right away we have a false start call against Olympian that'll come back 5 yards.
Again, that's something that Olympian does not want to, have reoccurring throughout this second half, as their penalties right now. They've been having a lot of penalties tonight, more than usual for this very well-coached team. You don't want to put yourselves in third and long situations, and they haven't been doing that all season, Valentin. Their running game has been very effective. You have 3 or 4 running backs for this Olympian Eagle team that have over 9 yards per carry average. So they can run the ball, and it keeps that offense on the field. But then look for, again, that big pass play to Sergio Bailey, or as tonight, they're going to Christian Humphrey.
Sergio Bailey as they give it up the middle. And nowhere for Isaiah Gibson to go as they get a loss of another 3 yards on that play. Third down and long.
Well, it looked like Olympian was trying to attempt a counter right there, but that was just great defensive penetration by Matthew Lau, defensive lineman for the Eastlake Titans. So that brings up a 3rd down and 15 situation right here for Olympia and Valentin. And that's something right now where, sometimes you'll probably see a screen right now, or maybe a little 15 look in pattern to Sergio Bailey. Let's see what they can come up with right here.
Sergio Bailey split out to the near side with Ray Osuna guarding him. And he's going to throw to Bailey. Up for grabs. And Ray Osuna will come away. Not Ray Osuna. Guarded by Isaiah Olave. Olave comes away with the interception.
Well, right now it looks like the coaches for Olympian are looking for some type of defensive holding. They're not going to get that call right there, as it looks like Olave and Sergio Bailey were going up for that underthrown ball and trying to fight for position. A lot of incidental contact. But Eastlake's going to get the ball right now, 1st and 10 on the 44-yard line.
A huge turnover here as looking to pass is Stevens. Stevens will dodge one tackler and then gets knocked out of bounds. And he's going to get a gain of about almost 11 yards.
Yeah, Tyrone Stevens right there just doing it on the ground. getting out of trouble. About 11-yard pickup for a first down, run out of bound by Zach Norton, linebacker for the Eagles.
So Stevens gets a gain of about 11 yards on that one. And a first down here for the Eastlake Titans, and they go into Olympian territory. Baltazar gets hit in the back, and then he pushes one defender off, but then 3 more swarm in and make a gang tackle in the backfield for a loss of about 3 yards.
Well, that was a nice job by linebacker Omar Ruiz Medellin, right outside linebacker for the Eagles right there, playing off that block. That was just an off-tackle down play, Valentin right there going off a left tackle. But good job by Ruiz by holding his ground and not allowing the tackle to get the kick-out block on him like that play is designed. Holding his ground and turned the play in. And strung it out and waited for his reinforcements to finish him off.
Second down and 13 for the Titans, looking to throw again. Stevens has his receiver open, and he hits him nicely there as David Ikiza gets the first down and more. They needed 13, they got 16.
Well, that was a nice pass by Tyrone Stevens right there, just taking a nice 3-step drop and just throwing a frozen rope right there to Ikiza. Right around the 30-yard line. Eastlake moving the ball, 1st and 10.
Working with the air attack here are the Titans. As they put one man in motion, they're going to give it to Baltazar. Baltazar tries to bounce it outside, and he gets taken down for a loss of about 1 yard as they give him forward progress.
Aaron Baltazar right there. The hole was there for Aaron Baltazar to run through, but he hesitated. He actually literally stopped moving his feet in the hole right there. And you have that hole right there for a split second. If you're Aaron Baltazar, you got to hit that thing full speed. Probably could have picked up 5 or 6 yards on that play.
Second down and 11 to go here for the Titans. They are in Olympian territory, man in motion. They're going to give the handoff and trying to make a move. Dodge 1 tackler, 2 tacklers is Jalen Mondane. But a flag comes in. This might be a holding call against the Eastlake Titans.
Well, right now you're seeing a swarming type of defense that defensive coordinator Bing Dawson for the Olympian Eagles is drawing up right now. That's the defense that Olympian's been playing all year long. Their defensive line has usually been winning the battle of the line of scrimmage, getting penetration in deep into the backfield of their opponent, as they did right there on that play. And that just really creates a bad timing and doesn't allow any running lanes for the running backs.
A block in the back called against the Eastlake Titans will bring them back 10 yards, and it'll be a second down and about 20 to go. So the Olympian crowd yelling defense, chanting defense, trying to get a stop here for the Eagles on a second down, and we'll call it 21. 2 receivers to the far side, one on the near side for Stevens. Stevens looking for Green. Green in stride. Down the sideline. Ball is complete and caught at about the 12-yard line.
Well, that was a nice adjustment to the ball by Tavares Green, and he was well covered on the play by Andrell Snowden for the Olympian Eagles. But Green makes the adjustment to the ball, comes down with the big first down reception. Mark that ball right around the 12-yard line. So Eastlake Valentin on the move right now, on the ground and in the air.
The Eastlake Titan making the air attack work for them here in the second half of play. They're going to give it to Baltazar. Baltazar jumps over one defender and then gets taken down, and he gets held right at the line of the scrimmage. He might have gotten 1 yard on the roll forward. It'll be a second down and 9. So Aaron Baltazar is being contained at the line of scrimmage by the Olympian defense, but Eastlake going to the air attack, and 3 great passes here on this drive.
Well, that's what Eastlake does. You know, they're going to set you up with the run, and they're going to hit you with the big play in the air, and they did that right there on that last play with Tavares Green.
Tavares Green follows his blocks up the middle of the field, and he gets a gain of about 6. That'll bring a 3rd down and 4.
So big 3rd down attempt right here for Eastlake. And actually a bigger 3rd down stand right here for Olympian.
So ball spotted at the 7-yard line of the Olympian Eagles. 21-17 Olympian leads here, but Eastlake trying to get the lead back here in this first part of the third quarter. Man in motion to the near side is Baltazar. Going for a screen pass. Green to the far side, into the end zone. Touchdown, Titans.
Tavares Green on the play action right there. Again, keying on Aaron Baltazar as he takes a fake to the right side of the field. You throw back to your left on the throwback screen to the flat. Nobody right there covering Tavares Green. That's just an easy catch as Eastlake goes in for the touchdown and is back on top in this contest.
Great play design there by the Eastlake Titans as the extra point is up, and it is going to be good. 24-21, the Eastlake Titans lead here in the third quarter of play on your destination for high school sports, PlayOnSports.com.
One match away from immortality.
This is a total team effort.
We're gonna come at you.
One shot this.
6:20 left here in the third quarter of play. The Eastlake Titans come up big here in the third quarter, Bob, to start off the second half of play. A big turnover on an interception there by the Eastlake Titans, and now they capitalize on that touchdown by Tavares Green to the far side of the field.
Well, again, Eastlake capitalizing on the turnover right there. Otay Ranch Olympian is going to, they wanted a pass interference call, but they didn't get it, and so Eastlake takes advantage of that opportunity right there again on that big pass play on that drive to Tavares Green, setting up the touchdown pass again to Tavares Green with the screen. So now Eastlake, again, we have a seesaw battle right here, Valentine. 24-21, Eastlake on top. And this is what we expected tonight. It's going to be back and forth. These teams are going at it. Very, very well played football game. And let's see what Olympian can do right now as they are getting right back to receive the kickoff.
Third quarter action, multiple league changes so far here tonight between the Olympian Eagles and the Eastlake Titans. And the Eastlake Titans just took the lead here, 24-21 with 6:20 left in the third quarter of play. The Olympian Eagles to go ahead and return this back to receive. Isaiah Gibson. As Isaiah Gibson will go ahead and try to take it from the 1 yard line. That ball goes into the end zone for a touchback. Isaiah Gibson, a very dangerous player for the Olympian Eagles, as the kid's got wheels and got some speed, got some moves. He can easily break one when given the opportunity. But here, the Eastlake Titans put the ball in the end zone. It's going to be a 1st and 10 for Olympian from their own 20-yard line.
So again, now here's your track meet. The gun has just started. So let's see if Olympian can answer back right now and with this drive right now and answer Eastlake's touchdown.
Hewlin, the man in the backfield, will pitch it to Hewlin on the near side. He'll get up, and he'll get a gain of about 2 yards. 2nd down and 8 for the Olympian Eagles.
Nice pursuit on the play by Aaron Baltazar and Isaiah Olave coming up from their defensive back positions, holding Hewlin to a gain of 2. Looking at the cheerleaders right in front of us, Valentina's Eastlake comes over for the customary cheer to the other side of the field. There's as many cheerleaders on the squad than there are guys on the football team.
On the reverse, back the other way. Bailey has some speed. He got some speed. He's going to be down the sideline, and he'll be pushed out of bounds at the 46-yard line.
Sergio Bailey on the wide receiver reverse, taking it around the right end. Across midfield, run out of bounds. Looks like right around at the 43-yard line. Nice call by the Olympian Eagles and Sergio Bailey on a big reverse.
Sergio Bailey gets about 40 yards on that one as he gets taken out of bounds at the 43-yard line. Give him 37 on that reverse. Across midfield go the Eagles. And now a timeout called by the Olympian Eagles. A little bit of confusion on the field there, Bob. They had the play call and they didn't know how to line up.
Yeah, it looks like they didn't have the right formation on that call right there, Valentin. So Coach Warren wisely calls a timeout, brings his offense over. But that was just a nice call right there on that reverse by Sergio Bailey. Really haven't seen much of Sergio Bailey tonight on the receiving end of the ball. But then again, he's just such a versatile athlete going on that reverse right there, showing his speed, getting across midfield and really picking up this Olympian offense, which looked like it was losing a little bit of momentum right there on that drive, especially after Eastlake comes down and scores after the turnover, and they're trying to answer back. So that was a big play to really spark your offense.
Well, the Eastlake Titans take the lead back here, 24-21, to begin the second half of play on a big turnover there, a big interception by the Eastlake Titans. So you make a mistake here. Both teams have been able to capitalize on the mistakes. 2 turnovers by Eastlake, 2 touchdowns, 2 scores by Olympian. 1 turnover by Olympian, 1 touchdown by Eastlake. So you cannot afford to make those kind of mistakes against teams of this caliber, especially this late in the season where everything is sinking, everything is hitting on all cylinders, the offense, the defense. You got to play good football if you want to win a game.
Yeah, you have to play disciplined football right now, not turn the ball over to your opponent. Take advantage of the opportunities when you do get it. And, and that's what's been happening with this game tonight right now, Valentin, as we have a close one. It's 24-21 right now, Eastlake on top, and Otay Ranch right now, Olympian. I keep on saying Otay Ranch tonight, my apologies, but Olympian right now just trying to answer back and keeping this game close.
5:31 left here in the third quarter of play. Valentin Escañuela alongside Bob Osuna on the campus of Olympian High School, John DeVore Stadium here. And we got a great night of football. Friday Night Lights here on PlayOnSports.com. The Eastlake Titans going from left to right. The Olympian Eagles from right to left, as they'll be facing a 1st down and 10 here inside Eastlake territory. Ball spotted at the 43-yard line. Handoff goes to Snowden on the right side. They're going to give him about maybe 2 yards.
You're right there, Snowden running the ball to the shallow side of the field, only picking up a couple on that play.
2nd down and 8. So Olympian trying to answer back here. Bailey to the near side for Humphrey. Humphrey looking to throw. Looking down the middle, has an open receiver. That ball is caught, trying to work it to the sideline, and he gets one block as Gibson gets out of bounds at about the 30, making it a 26-yard line.
Isaiah Gibson coming over the middle, and Christopher Humphreys finding him. He gets a great block by Sergio Bailey, springing him loose for a big pickup and another 1st down for Olympian.
Well, they use Sergio Bailey as a decoy. He gets double covered with safety help from the top, and it opens up the middle of the field for Isaiah Gibson. They're going to give the hand up to Hewlin up the middle. Hewlin going forward, leans forward. He gets another 2 yards on that carry, a gain of 5.
Yeah, Harrison Hewlin right there running hard up the middle on that fullback trap. Yeah, pick up a 5 on the play. Just nice running and just hitting that hole fast.
2nd down and 5 as the Olympian Eagles continue to move the chains forward. Christopher Humphrey doing a great job at the quarterback spot. Running this offense here on the field. Man in motion. They're going to fake the handoff. He'll keep it himself. Working the near side of the field. Gets one block and gets shoved out of bounds at about the 14.
Well, Christopher Humphrey right there on the naked bootleg. They had Andrell Snowden with the hop motion going behind the quarterback. Fake the sweep, and Humphreys keeps it on the naked bootleg around the left end for a first down.
4 minutes left here in the third quarter of play. Olympian continues to drive, putting a good offensive drive together here so far as they are marching down the field and now have the ball in the red zone inside the 15-yard line. Ball spotted at the 14 of the Titans. Looking to throw. He's going to get pressure. He's going to get rolled out. He dodges one tackle, two tackles, still on his feet, working to the far side of the field, and then gets inside the 5. Great job by Christopher Humphrey.
Christopher Humphrey doing that all on his own right there, Valentine. Just shaking tackles, breaking tackles, and then just showing just sheer determination just to try to make a play as he picks up another first down for Olympian. Nobody was open on that play, so he just did the wise thing and just tucked it under his arm, and I was just really impressed with that athleticism and yet strength to break about 3 tackles on that play.
So first down and go here for the Eagles inside the 5-yard line. They spot the ball at the 3. Humphrey under center, puts a man in motion. He's going to give a handoff, trying to work the near side, cuts it back up the middle. On that carry, Daniel Gutierrez as he gets up to the 1-yard line.
And Daniel Gutierrez right there on the wingback sweep. Cuts it up right there close to the 1-yard line. Tackled on the play for Eastlake. That was Kafer Graham, linebacker.
2:54 left and ticking here in the third quarter of play. Plenty of football left here, folks, on PlayOnSports.com as Humphrey keeps it himself, leans forward into the end zone. Did he get in? We'll wait for the call. Touchdown, Olympian! The Eagles answer back immediately on the next drive as they get into the end zone for 6, 27-24, as we attempt the extra point here. Angel Garcia for the PAT. And we got flags on the field. Encroachment on the Eastlake. So they'll march them half the distance to the goal, and we'll try it all over again. Angel Garcia for the PAT here.
Angel Garcia now attempt the PAT.
The point after is going to be up, and it is going to be good. The Eagles take a lead here, 28-24, on your destination for high school sports, PlayOnSports.com.
Do you want to watch more of your school's great matchups like the game you're enjoying here tonight? Tell your school to sign up for the Play On Sports School Broadcast Program. The program allows schools to broadcast all their games and other activities on the web. For more information, go to playonsports.com/SBP.
2:40 left here in the third quarter of play, and we have a doozy, folks. Metro Mesa League matchup. The number 8 team versus the number 7 team in the San Diego section. And we are going back and forth. It's been a seesaw battle as we've had multiple lead exchanges here. We've already had 2, and we haven't even gotten through the third quarter of play.
Well, let's see what's in store for us now, Valentine. This is, like I said, we knew this was going to be a good one coming into tonight, and boy, they are not disappointing.
Jalen Mondane and Isaiah Strayhorn to receive and bring this ball back for the Titans. And having some room, having some space, he's going to go to the far side of the field and knocked out of bounds at about the 47-yard line. Isaiah Strayhorn showing his speed and burst. And he gets a big return here, return of about 40 yards. It's going to put Eastlake in very good field position. And once again, Eastlake working with the short field.
Oh, well, that worried me right there on that kickoff right there as he got the ball. And actually, it was really low when he got it. He got it right down about his ankles. But he got the ball and ran up the sideline across midfield for excellent field position for Eastlake.
Tyrone Stevens comes to the line of scrimmage. One receiver to the near side, one on the far side. Stevens looking to throw. Has an open receiver in the flat, Carpizo. Carpizo goes up, and he gets knocked out of bounds at about the 29-yard line. Might have been at the 31, depending on the spot. It's kind of a little hard to see here from the stands, Bob, but it looks like he might have been out of bounds at the 31.
Well, that was a nicely executed play right there by Eastlake right there, and a little waggle pass to the tight end coming across on the flat. Joseph Carpizo, again, could be a factor in the second half, Valentin.
Stevens with three receivers to the far side. Now they're going to give it to Baltazar. Baltazar trying to cut the corner, and he'll get tackled in the backfield for a loss of about 1 yard.
Well, that was a nice play right there by Isaiah Gibson coming up from his secondary position and throwing Aaron Baltazar for a loss or no gain on the play. Let's call it a loss of 2 on that play. Good job by Gibson.
Well, this Olympian defense has really centered in on Aaron Baltazar here in the second half of play as they have held him at the line of scrimmage, really contained his running game. And the Eastlake Titans have really worked more of the pass play here in the second half of play. 2 receivers to the far side, and they're going to go ahead and pressure Stevens out of the pocket. He rolls near side, has some space, he'll get out of bounds, and then finally gets hit out of bounds all the way out. Not a flag as a late hit, but he'll go ahead and get up. Hopefully he's okay.
Well, that was Tyrone Stevens right there under a heavy rush. Now is actually applying the pressure, Victor Ramirez for the Olympian Eagles. But Ramirez runs out of bounds and actually ends up on the track.
So Tyrone Stevens went right through the athletic trainer's table, and instead of going on it, he went around it and landed on the actual track. It looks like Stevens is okay. Looks to the sideline to get his play call here. Plenty of football left in store for us here, folks, as we have a good one. 28-24, Olympian takes the lead back here in the third quarter of play. Third down and long for the Titans. They're going to split out 2 receivers to the far side, 1 on the near side, as Stevens comes under center. Looking downfield, looking for Tavares Green, up for grabs. Ball is deflected, incomplete. Great coverage there by the Olympian defender.
Oh, that was excellent coverage by Andrell Snowden. Just timed that ball perfectly. Right at the ball was at its highest point right there, jumps up and knocks down the pass. And it looked like Tavares Green had a step on him, Valentin. But that was just a nice athletic play right there by fullback and also defensive back Andrell Snowden.
That was a great throw, just a little bit underthrown as they're going to go for it here on 4th down. 1 man in the backfield, that's Baltazar, looking to throw again. He's going to be pressured out, needs to throw the ball. Instead, it gets taken down for the sack, and Olympian holds on 4th down.
Give the sack to Ray Osuna right there, coming from his linebacker position. Tyrone Stevens really nowhere to run, nowhere to go. He was trying to find a check down to either Carpizo or to Aaron Baltazar, but nobody was available as Osuna comes up with the big sack.
And Ray Osuna has had a great game here tonight. We called his name a couple of times, and he's had some big defensive plays for the Olympian defense when they really need it. Man in motion for Olympian. They're going to give it to Hewlin. Hewlin up the middle. big guy running right down the middle and gets a gain of about 9.
Aaron Hewlin running past that second level of the Eastlake defense. Finally brought down on the play by Eric Vega, the safety for the Titans. So when the safeties are making the tackles, Valentin, your running backs are getting their yards.
Harrison Hewlin gets a gain of about 9. They're going to give him possibly 10, depending on the spot. And it looks like they might have to measure this one. And it's going to be a first down. So a first down run there by Harrison Hewlin as he gets 10 yards on that carry. And it puts him past midfield into Titan territory at about the 48-yard line. So the Eastlake Titan defense needs to be able to put something together here and try to hold and try to get this ball back to the offense. Man in motion. They're going to fake the handoff. Looking to throw, looking downfield, looking for Bailey down the sideline. Ball is complete. Did he stay in bounds? They're going to say reception on the sideline.
Sergio Bailey was double covered on that play. And Christopher Humphreys just laid that ball in perfectly. And Sergio Bailey comes up with the big catch, keeps 1 foot in bounds. Big completion for the Olympian Eagles, and we're going to mark that right inside the 15-yard line to the 14-yard line. 1st and 10 Olympian.
Another trip to the red zone for the Eagles here as that ball spotted at the 14-yard line.
Oh, that was a beautiful pass under double coverage.
34 seconds left here in the third quarter of play. Fake the handoff once again. Looking to throw down the middle of the field. Ball nearly intercepted there by Carpizo.
Well, that's what you don't want right there after a big play like that. You take a shot is to throw a pick. And Joseph Carpizo almost had that pick and went in and out of his hands, Valentin.
That ball went right into the hands of Joseph Carpizo, and he was not able to bring it in. 27.1 seconds left here in the third quarter of play. And the Olympian Eagles, with a 28-24 lead, look to extend that lead with another score. On their center is Humphrey. They give the handoff. On the reverse to Bailey. Bailey trying to turn the corner. He's to the 10. Inside the 5, out of bounds at about the 4.
Well, that reverse right there was well read by Eastlake defender Blake Wilson. Outside linebacker wasn't fooled. He stayed at home. He just came straight up the field from his defensive end position, but Sergio Bailey just gave him a little head fake and used his speed to turn the corner and get a first down for Olympian. So now it's 1st and goal for Olympian, about the 6-yard line.
Bailey comes 2 yards short of the end zone, but he gets the first down. So first down and goal here for Olympian. 18.3 seconds left now here in the third quarter of play. Under center, Humphrey, man in motion. They're going to give it to their wingback. He's trying to get into the end zone, and he does. Isaiah Gibson in for the score and a touchdown for Olympian.
Isaiah Gibson looked like he was caught behind the line of scrimmage by Aaron Baltazar. He breaks that tackle and then lowers his head as Tyrone Stevens, playing defense, tries to make the tackle. And Gibson just lowers his head and runs him over into the end zone.
So a 10-point lead here as the point after is up, and it is going to be good. 35-24. The Eagles lead this one here on their home field on your destination for high school sports, PlayOnSports.com.
Play on Sports is on Facebook and Twitter, giving you news and information and links to great highlights. Follow us at Play on Sports on both Facebook and Twitter. You can also access thousands of live and on-demand games on YouTube at youtube.com/PlayOnNetwork. Keep up with all the high school action every week from your destination for high school sports, PlayOnSports.com.
12.3 seconds remain here in the third quarter of play. Olympian comes up big as they hold on a fourth down situation and then march down the field with the short field as they only had to go 54 yards into the end zone, Bob. And they punch it in for another 7, I should say, 35-24. They lead here by 11 points. So the Eastlake Titans now with an opportunity to answer back. As the kick will be a squid kick, taken by one of the up men from about the 20-yard line. And he'll go ahead and just go straight up the middle and gets a gain and a return of about 15 yards, and it'll place the Eastlake Titans at about the 37-yard line.
Number 34, Jeremy Smith.
Well, Jeremy Smith right there, one of the reserve running backs on playing special teams, picks up that squib kick. So Eastlake, they get good field position right here, Valentine, with 7.2 seconds left to play in the third quarter. They got a 1st and 10 on the 38-yard line.
Man in motion, looking to throw is going to be Stevens. Stevens looking down the middle, looking for Carpizo. Ball is going to be incomplete. In and out of his hands once again. Carpizo unable to bring that in.
Carpizo with the drop right there. He was open. He had a step on the Otay Ranch defender, Daniel Gutierrez. But Eastlake right there taking a shot downfield on 1st down.
Well, Tyrone Stevens not afraid to throw the ball downfield. He's had some good throws. Receivers just have been unable to bring him in. 1.2 seconds left, last play of the quarter. Looking to the far side, that ball is just a rope right to his receiver for a 9-yard gain. That was for Ikiza. And that'll bring the third quarter to an end. So after 3 quarters are in the books, it's Olympian 35, Eastlake 24 here on your home for high school sports, PlayOnSports.com. Fourth quarter action about to begin here from Olympian High School as the Olympian High School Eagles lead this one 35-24 over the Eastlake Titans, a Metro Mesa League matchup. A matchup that features two of the top teams in the section, the number 8 ranked team, Eastlake Titans, and the number 7 ranked team, the Olympian Eagles. And I gotta tell you, Coach Warren there gets his team to get to one knee and then gives them the pep talk right before the fourth quarter. They are pumped. They got the lead. All they have to do is just hold this Eastlake offense.
Well, if there's one thing that you want to hear as a player, and that's a nice pep talk right there by Coach Gil Warren. In a 6th year here at Olympian High School with a record of 31-16 coming into tonight. Just a great coach, very well-respected coach down here at the South Bay, as well as John McFadden, getting their teams fired up for this fourth quarter of football right now. It's a dogfight. It's a heavyweight match. Last person standing is going to win this game. Right now, Olympian has the advantage, up 35-24 as we start the fourth quarter.
A couple of lead changes in the third quarter of play. Look for that to happen once again with the Eastlake Titans driving here. Good news for the Olympian Eagles is that they have the lead. The bad news, they got to hold this Eastlake offense. Third down and short here for the Eastlake Titans as they begin the fourth quarter of play. They'll be going from right to left now. Ball in their own territory at the 48-yard line. Man in motion to the near side. They're going to give it to Baltazar. Baltazar bounces to the outside. He has some space. He's up to the 40. Can you catch him? Out of bounds at about the 33-yard line on a first down and more.
Nice run by Aaron Baltazar right there, taking that playoff tackle and then popping it outside to the numbers. Gets run out of bounds deep into Olympian territory. Mark that right around the 32-yard line. It's a nice first down pickup for Aaron Baltazar. And showing his speed, Valentin.
So Baltazar gets a good run finally here in the second half of play as they go ahead and give the handoff to Green. Green goes up the middle, says, hey, I'll do a little, run a little curl here and get another 5 yards for our team.
Yeah, Tavares Green out of the wingback position, coming in on the fly sweep, cuts it inside, off of the block for a pickup of 5.
That's a run that Tavares Green does very well with, is he runs that little curl inside. Instead of bouncing it to the outside, just curls it back into the middle of the field and usually gets 5 or 6 yards every single time he touches it.
Well, he plays it right off that kick-out block, and that's where it's at. That's where the hole, and that's where he goes.
Man in motion again, Tavares Green. They call Baltazar's number. Baltazar up the middle and another first down for the Eastlake Titans.
Well, that was a nice block right there by the right tackle, Armando Alvarado, for the Eastlake Titans. That was just a fullback down play off tackle right there where your tackle is just going to kick out on the end. And just a good job by Alvarado of holding his block, allowing Baltazar to go upfield for the first down.
Ball spotted at the 21-yard line of the Olympian Eagles. Iquiza spit out to the near side, man in motion to the far side. They're going to give it on the scissors play, but nowhere for him to go as Olympian stays at home and gets a tackle and a loss of 1 yard on that play.
Yeah, they weren't fooled on that play right there. Victor Ramirez, offensive lineman, along with Ray Osuna right there in the backfield, just waiting for that play to happen.
Great penetration there by the Olympian defense to go ahead and make that stop. Second down and 11 here now for the Eastlake Titans. Ball moved back to the 22-yard line. 10:34 left here in the game as the Olympian Eagles lead this one 35-24, but the Eastlake Titans now driving inside Olympian territory. Man in motion to the far side, and we have flags on the field. This is going to come back another 5. False start call against Eastlake. March them back 5 yards and will bring a second down and 16. Well, regardless of what happens here, you're going to go for it on fourth down because you're in no man's territory here at the high school level. So Eastlake has 3 plays to try to get the first down. They got 16 yards to go. First down marker is spotted at about the 12-yard line of the Olympian Eagles. Stevens looking to throw, looks to the far side, throws it high. He gets hit. Ball will be incomplete as it gets knocked down. Tavares Green arguing on the far side says, I caught the ball. But the official was all over that one.
Well, Tavares Green right there, as soon as he caught that, Andrell Snowden came out and just gave him a nice, clean, hard hit, jarring the ball loose.
That was a great route ran there by Tavares Green. The pass just thrown a little high. That ball comes down about another foot. That's a money play and another first down.
Exactly, and when you're throwing it high right there, you're really stretching your receiver out, making him very vulnerable for the big hit, and Snowden took advantage of that.
So third down and 16 here for the Titans. They put 2 receivers to the far side, one on the near side. Baltazar in motion, now into the slot. Stevens, he's going to get pressured, needs to get it off, needs to get it. Here comes a flag. He gets the pass finally off, and it's going to be incomplete, and another flag comes flying in. So plenty of flags on the field. We'll have to wait for this one.
Well, the first flag, you're going to get a hold on Eastlake. Right there with a whole lot of jersey was Steven Tapia. The left tackle holding Ray Osuna as Osuna was coming in on the linebacker blitz. Then he had another flag thrown by the back judge over onto the Eastlake side of the field. So now the referees are meeting right around the 33-yard line, trying to sort this out.
They're trying to figure this out, but there was one flag that came out immediately as soon as Stevens started scrambling and trying to run back the other way, and then there was a hit on the far side, and it was a hit in the back. So we'll see who it goes against. It's going to be holding against Eastlake. We knew that one. And then the other flag is going to be dead ball personal foul against Olympian. So they'll replay third down.
No, so what they're going to do, Valentine, is they're going to mark off the holding call, and then from that spot, the dead ball foul, they're going to mark 15. So basically it's a wash.
It's going to be a wash. Ball will be spotted at the 30-yard line.
So it's going to be a net loss for Eastlake of about 2 yards because the hold will come from the spot of the foul.
The only positive part about this is to get another third down situation here from just 2 yards further back. So a third down and 17 to go here. Make it 18 for the Eastlake Titans. 3 receivers to the near side for Stevens. 1 man in the backfield. That's going to be Baltazar. As Stevens stays in the pocket, needs to get rid of it. He gets one block. He's on his feet and then runs forward, leans forward, and gets up to about the 25-yard line. They're going to mark him at the 26, but he gets a nice chunk of yardage there back. And now a fourth down situation here for the Eastlake Titans.
Yeah, so if you're Eastlake right now, you are in field goal position, but you're down right now by a score of 35-24. So Coach McFadden's going to try for the 6 points on this fourth down attempt.
Fourth down and 5 to go here for the Eastlake Titans. A big fourth down, man in motion, Green. Stevens gets pressure, needs to roll. Needs to get rid of the ball. He finally does. Ball will be incomplete. And fourth down hold again for the Olympian Eagles as they turn it over on downs.
Oh, big defensive stand for Olympian right there as Tyrone Green comes up slow after throwing that incomplete pass. And he was just scrambling, just trying to find a way to make a play, Valentine. Got to give him credit for the effort as he walks off slow to the bench. But that was a big defensive stand by the Olympian Eagles as they take over on downs with 9 minutes, 7 seconds left to play in the game and lead by a score of 35-24.
Well, Tyrone Stevens had no chance to sit in the pocket and look downfield. Great penetration there by the defense. Puts the pressure on Stevens, and Stevens trying to do whatever he can to try to get the ball downfield. He finally does, but comes up a little bit short, an incomplete pass. Turnover on downs for Olympian. That is a huge hold for the Olympian Eagles.
Oh, it is. It's huge right now. And now what's Olympian do right now? What you want to do, get your running game going, take time off the clock, try to go the length of the field to get the score, and keep that Eastlake offense off the field. What you don't want right now is a turnover.
You don't want to cough it up. And if there's something that the coaches are telling their players right now, they're saying protect the football. Whatever you do, hold on to that football. Do not let it go. Take the lost yardage. Take whatever you need to, but do not give that ball back to Eastlake on a turnover. 9:07 left here in the game and we have ourselves a ball game. The Olympian Eagles lead this one 35-24. The Eastlake Titans have had some opportunities, but Olympian's defense has came out big on 2 fourth down conversions that have been unsuccessful by the Eastlake Titans.
So now both teams break their huddles as they come out of the field right now. And right now it looks like just off the body, you know, the way that they're coming off the field right now, they being Eastlake Titans right now, it looks like the wind was just knocked out of their sails on that last offensive drive. So their defense right now needs to make a stand to make a spark for this team.
Well, they go right up the middle as Hewlin gets a gain of about 2 yards. 2nd down and 8 upcoming here for the Eagles as the clock will continue to run as they're going to keep the ball on the ground more than likely and try to run this clock off. Second down, they're going to give him about 3 yards on that one. So second down and 7 here for the Olympian Eagles. Man in motion to the near side. They're going to give it. Trying to find a corner, and he'll get knocked out of bounds at about the 27, but there's a flag there. This flag coming back on a hold.
Yeah, referee didn't waste any time throwing that flag. As soon as that snap and the guards pulled right there, he pulled also a lot of white jersey along with him. So that's going to be called back.
.8:29 left. Marching back 10 yards from the spot of the foul.
And that's what you want to do if you're Eastlake right now. Get them in those long situations right now where they're going to have to throw the ball downfield. Or right now, Olympian right now probably play it safe and maybe a little screen pass, something just to kind of dig themselves out of this hole.
Well, second down and about 17 to go. So if Eastlake can hold them back deep here in their own territory, they can get the ball back in decent field position. On a draw play, on a delay, I should say, Hewlin goes up for maybe half a yard. Third down and long now here for the Olympian Eagles.
So Eastlake, right now you have them right where you want them. You have them 3rd and 17. And this is the situation that you want if you're the Eastlake defense. So you're going to probably see your defensive backs play back, just play in front of the first down yardstick. Keep everything in front of you. That's what you want to do here.
On fourth down, to give it up the middle again. Nowhere for Hewlin to go as he gets back to the original line, or actually to the line of scrimmage. And it'll bring a fourth down in a punting situation. And then back now deep to receive, Aaron Baltazar.
Coach Warren right there electing wisely to keep the ball on the ground and not put it up in the air. You don't want to get a turnover when you're going to give Eastlake good field position, possibly a short field. So they're going to punt it away to Aaron Baltazar, who's standing on his own, on the Olympian 45-yard line.
That's going to be a high kick. Baltazar will take it from about the 50-yard line. He makes one man miss, 2 men miss, and he's trying to cut it near side. There's a flag on the field, so this will probably be coming back. So 2 penalty flags on the field. Blocking the back against Eastlake. So Eastlake would be getting it inside Olympian territory. Instead, it'll march them back from the spot of the foul. It's going to put them still in decent field position, good field position at the 42-yard line. So can Eastlake mount a charge here with 7:07 left in the game against Olympian? Olympian's defense has played very well here in the second half of play. They've contained Baltazar so far to limited yardage. Stevens puts a man in motion to the near side. That's Green. Fakes the handoff, rolls to the right side. Looking for something. He's going to call his own number. Nope, he'll go ahead and give it off last minute, but a gain of about 7 yards on that play.
Yeah, Green was looking downfield for Tyrone Stevens, and he was well covered by the secondary, so he just checks it down. Looked like Carpizzo on that play. Just a safety valve, but still picked up 6 yards on the play. 2nd down and 4.
2nd and 4. Eastlake electing to go to the air attack as they put 3 receivers to the near side. They're going to give it to Baltazar. Baltazar gets taken down for a loss of 1. And actually, he wasn't taken down. He spun around, and then he went forward and got the first down.
Well, that was Zach Norton right there on the blitz who had Aaron Baltazar and just kind of spun him around, and I guess he didn't go to the ground. So his knee apparently didn't touch the ground on that play as Zach Norton's trying to plead his case that he made that tackle.
Oh, his knee never touched the ground. He got the first down.
Well, as a heads-up player there by Aaron Baltazar, again, play the whistle. That whistle doesn't blow. You keep on going forward, and that's exactly what Aaron Baltazar did. So his knee apparently did not touch the ground. He spun out of that tackle for a big Eastlake first down.
It looks like they want to reset the clock here. And the officials now are ready to go. These officials are in shape, Bob. You see how he took off? It's like a stallion. He was galloping on the way over there. First down and 10 here inside Olympian territory for the Eastlake Titans. Ball comes to the near side. Green had the spot. A well-designed play there by Eastlake, and Green unable to bring it in.
Well, they were lined up in a slot formation right there, and Green on the bubble screen right there just didn't look the ball in. Was looking upfield before he caught the ball. Incomplete pass.
That is a play that usually Tavares Green will take for about 15 yards with 1 or 2 blocks. And that play was looking like it was developing exactly the way it needed to. Second down and 10 now. So Eastlake being smart, going to the air attack, trying to keep the clock on their side. One man in the backfield, it's going to be his big man, and another miscue there by his receiver, and Carpizo right out of his hands.
Yeah, they're taking a deep drop trying to hit the tight end middle screen, but that was read well by the Olympian defense. And covering on that play was defensive lineman Victor Ramirez, who's having a great game tonight. He's been all over the field in the backfield of the Eastlake offense and also reading the pass plays very well.
With 5:59 left here in this fourth quarter, this is fourth down territory for the Eastlake Titans, so they got to get 2 plays and get a first down. Stevens looking deep, lets it fly, up for grabs. The ball will be intercepted by Olympian. And then back the other way. Back the other way is Snowden as he comes up with one big interception here in this fourth quarter of play.
Well, that's Andrell Snowden's second, actually his first pick of the night. He had a batted down pass earlier, playing well on both sides of the ball, but that pass right there didn't really have a chance, Valentine.
That ball was up for grabs, and Snowden beats the receiver for that one. The receiver tried to come back and play defensive back and bat it away, but just wasn't there on time. And so just like that, with 5:45 left, Olympian, with another big defensive play, puts the brakes on Eastlake. Interesting play call there by Eastlake, trying to go big for the big pass instead of going for the first down.
Well, sometimes when you take a shot and it's not there, you want that ball back, and I'm sure that Tyrone Stevens wants that ball back because that was just an errant throw that just had too much air under it. And right now, fans on the Eastlake side of the field starting to make their way to the exit. Plenty of time left in this ball game with 5 minutes 45 seconds left to play in the ball game. For Eastlake to come back, you just never know what's going to happen with a turnover and a big play that they're very capable of doing. But right now, all the momentum's going to the Olympian Eagles as they've really taken control of this second half of ball play.
Andrell Snowden comes up big with an interception against the Eastlake Titans here in the fourth quarter of play. And a 35-24 Olympian lead here. The Eastlake Titan defense has to come up with a huge stop here and a big defensive play if they want to get back into this one. Olympian offense comes to the line of scrimmage. They're going to give the handoff. Hewlin breaks 1, breaks 2, and gets a gain of 10 and a first down.
A little quick hitter. Harrison Hewlin right there on the fullback trap. hits that hole hard, goes past the second level, pickup of 11 and a first down.
So Harrison Hewlin has been the workhorse out of the backfield, getting the hard yardage that Olympian has asked for. 1st and 10. Can Eastlake hold on a 3-and-out here on this possession? As they give the handoff. Left side, Gibson has some space, has some room, and a first down and more.
Isaiah Gibson right there on the sweep from the wingback position around the left side, turning the corner and then turning on the Jets, taking it close to midfield or just across midfield for a first down for the Eagles. Now check that. That ball's marked on the 45-yard line. Make that the 46.
So they mark him out of bounds at the 46-yard line. And just short of midfield, his Olympian. 2 receivers to the near side. Up the middle again goes Hewlin, and he gets another gain of 7.
Again, Harrison Hewlin right now being the workhorse, running in between the tackles. Again, Hewlin coming into tonight, 75 carries, 439 yards, 6 touchdowns. Has a 5.85 yard per carry average. Again, just a good example of running behind a very effective offensive line.
We talked about the size and how Olympian was outsized by Eastlake. Eastlake, a very big line defensively, offensively, but very, very quick are the Olympian linemen. Delay a game against Olympian, and it'll bring them back 5 yards. So 2nd down and 9 instead of 2nd down and 4. So the good thing about that for Eastlake is that it stops the clock. Now Olympian can go ahead and put just seal the coffin here if they get a score. 2nd down and 9. Man in motion to the near side. They're going to give a handoff to Gibson. Gibson, following his block, goes up and gets another gain of about 6 yards, short of the first down, 3rd down and short.
Harrison Hewlin right there leading Isaiah Gibson around the right end. Doing a good job of lead blocking right there for his fellow running back. Carry close to a first down. Looks like he's short by about 3 yards. So you got 3rd and 3 for Olympian.
Isaiah Gibson, 5'7", 145 pounds. Not a very big guy, but boy, does he have speed. Very explosive runner. 3rd down and short. Big 3rd down for Eastlake. They give the handoff to Isaiah Gibson. He tries to go around the corner, dodges one tackler, and then gets taken down short of the first down back to the line of scrimmage. And that's going to be a 4th down situation. And Eastlake will get the opportunity to get the ball back here on offense. Timeout called by Eastlake. 35-24 Olympian leads here on your destination for high school sports, PlayOnSports.com.
PlayOnSports.com is not your only destination for Friday night football action, but it's also the place for the most comprehensive coverage of high school playoff and championship events in all sports from across the country. PlayOnSports.com, high school sports lives here.
So with 4:11 left here, it looks like Eastlake's going to get the ball back offensively. What do we got to see from Eastlake to be able to get back into this game?
Well, right now they got to score, and they have to score quick. So be looking for some big play attempts. Get a couple of runs just to try to set something up. But then you got to get on the board quick and then get the ball back again on an onside kick. So you need 2 scores right here to actually win this ball game.
So 4th and about, we'll call it 3.5 here, as the offense is on the field for Olympian. They are going to go for it. Tavares Green a little confused, saying, what's going on here? Eastlake not calling the timeout. A lot of movement. Man in motion to the near side. And they're going to take it right up the middle, but we have a timeout called. Timeout called by Olympian.
Right now Olympian was trying to catch Eastlake off guard with a long snap, then converted into a quick snap.
Well, Tavares Green was back to receive the punt return, to return the punt. And then he came back, ran back, and he didn't know where he was supposed to line up. Who am I covering? He ended up going to the right side, and a couple of linebackers also started shifting around. So a little bit of confusion there on the field for Eastlake. So let's see what they decide to do here with Coach Warren. Offense coming back onto the field. Nope, they're going to go ahead and punt it away.
Yeah, well, right there you're trying to draw your opponent offside. You're 4th and 4. You get an encroachment penalty, gives you 5 yards and a first down. So that was unsuccessful. So now you punt the ball away to Eastlake with 4 minutes, 10 seconds left to play, and you're up by 11.
That's coaching at his best right there. Coach Warren trying to draw Eastlake offsides, but Eastlake very disciplined, doesn't fall for it. And now to return this punt, Tavares Green for the Eastlake Titans.
They're going to come after him.
Nice punt. Nice punt into the end zone. It'll be a touchback. So Tavares Green unable to return that punt. And if you're Eastlake, you want Tavares Green to have every single opportunity possible to be able to return a punt and hopefully take it the distance. So Eastlake will have to go 80 yards with 4 minutes left. In order for them to get back into this game, they are down by 11. Stevens under center. 2 receivers to the near side, looking to throw far side. Has an open receiver, going out of bounds. Nicely there is Carpizo.
Well, just a nice little high percentage pass play right there. Joseph Carpizo from his tight end position. Gets close to a first down, pickup of 9 on that play, but gets out of bounds to stop the clock with 3 minutes, 56 seconds left to play in the game.
A nice play call there by Eastlake, as they'll put 1 receiver to the near side of Kiza. Man in motion to the far side, moving at the line. It's a screen pass, and they get the first down there on a gain of about 4 yards.
That's Tavares Green right there on the little screen. And for a first down, so that stops the clock as they reset the chains. So Eastlake in a hurry-up offense right now. They need 2 scores, 2 touchdowns to win this game.
Eastlake comes to the line of scrimmage. Stevens looking to throw, looking downfield. Has a receiver in stride, in and out of his hands once again. Incomplete. Carpizo unable to bring that in, and he's upset with himself.
Yeah, Joseph Carpizo's had a couple of opportunities tonight for the big play. Let another one literally slip through his fingers.
He has had a step or two on the defender every single time, and he has been unable to bring those catches in. That ball was in stride. If he catches that in stride, there's no way you're stopping him. He's going into the end zone for 6. 2nd down and 10. Carpizo split out to the far side, 1 man to the near side. Man in motion. That's going to be Green, and here we go. Motion at the line. Encroachment against Olympian. That'll bring the chains, or I should say the marker forward 5 yards. 2nd down and 5.
Well, neutral zone infraction right there by the Eagles.
Second down and 5 here for Eastlake. Ball spotted at the 37, 38-yard line. Stevens has to get rid of the ball. He finally does. Ball is nearly intercepted as that ball gets tipped down. Good job there by Connell Brown as he came out of the linebacker spot and put his hands up and swatted that away.
Yeah, so that stops the clock with 3 minutes, 30 seconds left to play in this game. So Eastlake right now with a 3rd down and 5 to keep this drive alive. again, needing 2 scores and 2 touchdowns.
Stevens drops back, looking to the near side, has Penaligan. Penaligan's open. He gets taken down, trying to get out of bounds, still on his feet, finally gets taken down at about the 49, 48-yard line. So that'll stop the clock with 3:27 left as the Eastlake offense runs forward, gets ready to go, and the chains move to the new spot.
Well, that was a nice throw by Tyrone Stevens, throwing it from the far side of the field all the way to our near side by us as he spikes that ball to stop the clock with 3:23 left to play in the game.
So Eastlake stopping the clock. And now jogging from the sideline is Stevens with the play call. 2 receivers to the far side, 2 to the near side for Stevens. Stevens throwing to the near side. Ball will be up for grabs, nearly intercepted again by Olympian.
Yeah, Christian Humphrey right there got the tip ball on that play. And then right behind him was Daniel Gutierrez trying to play the ball off the tip, almost was in an interception.
So a 3rd down and 10 for the Titans. First down marker at the 37-yard line. Stevens, 2 receivers to the far side. The play call was a screen pass to the far side out in the flat for Tavares Green, and he was unable to come away with the ball.
That was a late call. That was a late call by the side judge over there. That was a lateral pass, but he didn't call it as a lateral. There's no call that's been made on the field. Olympian thinks that they've basically got a fumble, recovered a fumble, but there's an injured player on the field right now, an Eastlake player.
Tavares Green was on the ground. Olympian says they have the ball. And it looks like this is going to be Olympian ball here, Bob.
Yeah, that was a lateral right there. I never saw the call made on the field by the side judge. He waved his hands like that was an incomplete pass. But nevertheless, referee made the call. It's a turnover.
And that might have done it there for the Olympian defense as they give the handoff up the middle. And Hewlin keeps it close to his chest and a gain of about 3 yards.
Now you're just going to see Olympian right now just taking their time, going back to the huddle. Let as much time tick off the clock as they can as we're at 2:53 and counting. And what a game that we had tonight, Valentine. It was everything that it was billed to be between these two teams from the South Bay right now. Olympian coming in undefeated 8-0. Looks like they're going to increase their undefeated record to 9-0. And then Eastlake coming up with this disappointing loss will go to overall of 6-3 overall and 2-1 in league.
Well, the theme for tonight was, can Olympian remain undefeated? One of the only undefeated teams in the section. One of 2 undefeated teams in the section. And it looks like they will be able to accomplish that tonight. As with 2:30 left, they have an 11-point lead here, 35-24 over the Eastlake Titans.
Well, you're going to see with tonight's victory over a very formidable opponent in a D1 school, as Harrison Hewlin gets a handoff, minimal gain of 1 on the play, as they can move up into the rankings, and right now you would think that they would be, if they finish the season even with 1 loss, as they go into next week's game against Bonita Vista to close out the year, even with one loss, that would put them, with Cathedral Catholic. So when you go into the seeding meetings at the end of the year, who's going to have that tougher schedule? As usually we go to Cathedral, they play more teams in the North County. But right now, I'm telling you, Olympian is a formidable opponent, and belongs in the top 5, in my opinion, in the county. Strong football team.
Well, Olympian High School, Division III, they can compete with any team out here in the San Diego section. They will move on to a 9-0 record here in the 2012-2013 season, and you couldn't be any happier if you're Coach Gil Warren.
Oh, not at all. You pretty much, wrapped up the Metro Mesa League tonight. Even if with a one loss, you've beat Eastlake tonight. And then also in the standings, you have Otay Ranch, who they beat 2 weeks ago.
Man in motion, that ball was fumbled and picked up immediately there by Humphrey, as he'll take it to about the 49-yard line, and it'll be 4th down and 10, so they'll have to punt this ball away, and Baltazar going back to receive. We talk about top teams in the section here, Bob, and you got teams like Helix, La Casa Canyon, Oceanside, Cathedral Catholic, Poway, Mission Hills. There is a bit of a theme there, right? With Mission Hills, Cathedral Catholic, La Casa Canyon, Oceanside, everybody, Poway, everybody up North County.
Yeah, with the exception of Helix, that's everybody else is north of the of Interstate 8. But with this win tonight, I'm looking at Olympian to possibly move up in the rankings right now. You have Cathedral Catholic coming into tonight at 6-2 as a D3, and they're ranked 4th in the county. Behind them at number 5, Mission Hills, a D1 school.
As the punt is away, it'll be a punt to the far side of the field, near side of the field, and it'll be out of bounds.
And then you have Poway, at number 6, also Division II school with the 6-2 record coming into tonight. So if you have those two teams that lose tonight, and we'll check scores, at the end of this game, Valentine, it's quite possible that Olympian could move up and be right behind Cathedral at number 5. They could move up 2 spots.
Well deserving indeed. Olympian showing that they can play with anybody out here in the San Diego section. They've played some tough teams on their schedule and have came out victorious. They will move on to 3-0 in league if they can hold Eastlake here in the last 2:12 left in the game. Man in motion to the far side. It's going to go to Jefferson, to Baltazar. Baltazar for another loss of yards there with the Olympian defense. I'm thinking Jefferson still from our previous talk there, Bob.
Well, maybe Tony's in his dorm room tonight watching this game. So if he is, hey, Tony, we're still thinking about you.
Stevens looking to pass again, far side. Ball will be incomplete. Carpizo unable to bring it in.
Yeah, Joseph Carpizo right there. A couple of drops tonight. Coming into tonight as Eastlake's leading receiver.
So 3rd down and long. .142 left here in the game. And Eastlake, with a little bit of hope, trying to get the ball downfield. Man in motion. They're going to run a screen to Baltazar. Baltazar gets taken down by one leg at about the 21-yard line.
Aaron Baltazar just trying to make something happen. He's out there playing 4 quarters of football right now for his team.
I'm not going to tell you, this Olympian defense has really done a good job in containing Baltazar there at the line of scrimmage. Baltazar unable to do much here in the second half of play. He had one big run, and that was about it.
No, they've kept him in check, as they probably game plan to do. But just credit Olympian for playing a very balanced game tonight.
That pass intended for Ikiza and incomplete on a 4th down and long. It'll bring a turnover on down, and Olympian will be able to put this game away.
Players coming off the field right now, hugging each other as offense moves back onto the field, and it's pretty much academic right now with 54 seconds left to play in the game. Let's probably take a knee a couple times and end this contest. And Valentin, I think everybody here, is feeling pretty good, especially on the Olympian side of the field. That you're 9-0. Feeling really good about yourself. You got one more game to play against Bonita Vista next week.
What a great season for the Olympian Eagles. A program that's been alive for 6 years, Bob, and you put this kind of program together. Coach Warren and his staff had done an outstanding job building this program up from the ground.
Well, Coach Warren just brings his success and his experience, and a lot of his coaches, especially Bing Dawson, from his years at Castle Park and all those great teams and great, championships that they have, state champions back in the days of Jerome Haywood and Zeke Moreno. And so the clock ticks down right now, and 10, 9, 8, and this one's over as Olympian goes to 9-0 and beats the Eastlake team right now by a score of 35-24, Valentin.
So 35-24, the Olympian Eagles win this one here on your home for high school sports, PlayOnSports.com. We'll wrap up all the action in our post-game show, and we'll have an interview with our player of the game. That's coming up in just a few moments. Once again, the Olympian Eagles defeat the Eastlake Titans 35-24 on Friday Night Football on PlayOnSports.com, your destination for high school sports.
We can get a player up here.
Oh, that's good stuff.
All right, perfect. Prepare a Wiley Ballard graphic.
Do you want me to start the stream?
Start the stream. Camera 3. Beautiful. Oh, we're coming in on 1. For more information on how your school can join the Play On School broadcast program, go to playonsports.com/SBP.
Welcome back to PlayOn Sports coverage of Friday Night Football here on PlayOnSports.com, joined by my player of the game, Andrell Snowden. A big game for you guys tonight. You guys come in here undefeated, 8-0. You guys are taking on a tough squad in the Eastlake Titans. How big is this game for your program?
It was just a big game for us. We've been stressing about this game since the beginning of the year, so when we come out here, we try and do as best as we can in practice through the whole week. So we come out here, execute, do what we can, and pull out a win.
Now, talk about that first half of play. You guys come up big defensively 2 times in that first quarter of play. You get the lead quick, and then Eastlake comes back and gets 17 unanswered points. What does Coach tell you to get you guys back on track?
He just motivates us. He just tells us to stay on track, keep our heads in the game, pay attention on defense, execute our assignments, our alignments, and our techniques.
Now, Aaron Baltazar had a huge game in that first half of play. What changes in that second half? You guys go into halftime, you guys come back, and you basically shut him out in that third quarter of play. He's contained at the line of scrimmage. What was the game plan coming into that second half?
We just, alignment, assignment technique, and, coaches are motivating us. Obviously, we wanted it more, so we came out and did it.
Now, Eastlake has a chance to come back and get into the game. Big interception there for you, man, at the end of the game. What did you see? You see the ball coming to you. You stopped. You stopped on your route, and you came back and grabbed that. I mean, talk about that.
On that offensive drive, I knew they were keying on me because their number 1 receiver, Travaris Green, they were picking on me all night. So as soon as he came out for a wide receiver, I knew I started backing up, laying off, and so he just came threw the pass, and I picked it off.
Now, you had an opportunity for another pick in that first half of play, and somehow you were able not to get your hands on it, but you came up big there in the fourth quarter of play. Now, what do you guys do to prepare for, come playoff time?
We just keep doing our thing, alignment, assignment technique, as I said. Coach stresses that all week. We just play hard all week and practice. So, yeah.
Now, talk about a little bit about Coach Warren. Practice, games, there before the fourth quarter started. He gave you guys a little pep talk. How does that help your team get through these kinds of games?
It just helps us, lifts our spirit, and, we just give it to God, our whole team. We pray before the game and halftime, and we just come out and do it.
There you have it, folks. Our player of the game, Andrell Snowden, as he has a huge game here tonight, and they beat the Eastlake Titans. Stay tuned as we'll be back here on the Postgame show on your home for high school sports, PlayOnSports.com.
We can get a player up here.
Oh, that's good stuff.
All right, perfect. Prepare a Wiley Ballard graphic.
Do you want me to start the stream?
Start the stream. Camera 3. Beautiful. We're coming in on 1. For more information on how your school can join the PlayOn School broadcast program, go to playonsports.com/SBP.
Welcome back to Chula Vista, California, as we wrap this one up here from Olympian High School, Bob, and a great game. Olympian comes in here undefeated. They leave undefeated. The Eastlake Titans, they gave it a good chance, a good shot, but Olympian came up on top.
Well, this was everything that we had hoped for in a football game. A lot of drama right now. Eastlake comes out and right away has 2 mishaps with a fumble by Aaron Baltazar, and they come back again with the block punt. They're down 14-0, but they come right back into this game, but then here comes Olympian in the second half, and they just put it all together and just basically shut down Eastlake, and then just took control of the game by constant pressure on the quarterback and getting the running game going, and they just put this ball game away in the fourth quarter.
And we see the kind of team that Olympian is. I mean, you talk about a top team in the section, but tonight they showed that they have the strength to compete against any team out here. Come playout time, they will be making some big noise.
Oh, absolutely, and I just can't wait to see them because, again, last year, they went to the playoffs and to the championship and came out on the losing end. And so, when you have that taste in your mouth from the year before and you come back and they answered back and now they're 9-0, they go in next week playing in the season finale against Bonita Vista, and then they'll wait to see where they're going to be seated in the playoffs. But I anticipate Olympian going deep into the playoffs again this year.
Now the Eastlake Titans on the other side, you have a team coached by Coach McFadden, a team that is very, very well coached. They will be making some noise in the playoff, and that's what they do best. They like to wait to the very end to start peaking. Next week will be a big game for them and going into the playoffs of the season.
Well, Eastlake's there year in and year out, and Coach McFadden and his staff, they came out in the losing end tonight, but next week they'll start again tomorrow morning, get their team prepared, finish up the season strong, and you can count that Eastlake's going to be in the hunt again this year.
Well, that's going to wrap it up here from Olympian High School as the Olympian Eagles defeat the Eastlake Titans 35-24 here on your home for high school sports, PlayOnSports.com. For all of us here who make this broadcast possible, our camerawoman, Megan Coffey, and Marco Rodriguez, our producer, my partner, Bob Osuna. This is Valentina Escañuela saying good night here from Olympian High School, and we hope you'll join us next time here on Friday Night Football on your destination for high school sports, PlayOnSports.com.
One match away from immortality.
This is a total team effort.